100% up to $100. That's the first thing I want to tell you. So please, download the Prize Picks app, use my code Cappy, and let's all play together and let's all win together on Prize Picks. But here's what I really want to tell you. As we get ready for the football season, Prize Picks is trying to give you easy wins. I'll give you an example. Caleb Williams, for the entire month of September, every week, Caleb Williams, all he has to do is pass for 1 yard. That's it. Don't you think Caleb Williams is going to pass for more than 1 yard? Of course he is. But all he has to do is pass for 1 yard every football weekend in September for 4 weeks, and those are 4 easy W's. Let's take $10, turn it into $1,000, and let's all do it together on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app. Use my code Cappy, Kappy, and they'll match your first deposit 100% up to $100. We're going to win together. We're going to play together on Prize Picks.
Don't miss Travis and DeMarco.
It's T-Raj and D-Far.
You could find some sort of self-wicking fabric.
No, I got to feel quick. I got to feel fast. I want to feel naked out there. Come on.
Weekdays at 9 a.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Something amazing is happening in business. More companies are turning to Mac. From finance to fulfillment, CDW will seamlessly support Mac integration into your organization. With the power of Apple Silicon, best-in-class security, and compatibility across your favorite apps, your team will have the performance they need and the tools they love. Make amazing happen. Mac and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/Apple.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
On October 21st, 2006, Michigan State found themselves down 38-3 with less than 10 minutes to go in the third quarter, and they made that initial deficit like it never even happened, scoring 38 straight points to win 41-38.
Incomplete. The ball game is over. The Michigan State Spartans in one of the greatest comebacks in Michigan State football history.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Monday afternoon.
Mason, Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go on Monster Monday, all the football weekend. Rams got pulverized by the Arizona Cardinals yesterday.
Stafford settles in to throw. Comes off the first read. He's hit. He's twisted to the turf. And he is sacked at his own 28-yard line.
Mace will react. Will he tell us it's okay? Plus, Sunday Night Football, his guy, Caleb Williams. Is he still holding on to the Bears winning that division? We'll find out that. But we got to clear the way for this. Hit it. The greatness of the Raiders.
The autumn wind is a pirate.
Corporate Greg is ecstatic. I'm a new Raiders fan. I'm ecstatic. The Ravens are 0-2, but the question today will be,
swaggering voice.
Will John Ireland come back to the black hole and come back to the Raider Nation?
With a silver hat about his head and a bristling black mustache.
Oh, that's ahead. Plus the Dodgers weekend, Monday Night Football, and yes, it's USC Michigan week. Let's get to it. Celebrating their 20th year at ESPN Los Angeles, the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Your Monday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Is it, though? Is it
yes,
really
kind of a great afternoon.
A good
The Dodgers
afternoon?
kind of saved it late yesterday, or else it would have been a
They
pretty
needed that last
miserable
inning.
weekend.
Yeah.
No, the Raiders won. It was a great weekend.
Well, here's the thing, Greg. I have been saying for weeks, the Raiders have no quarterback. I begged Gardner Minshew to shut me up.
You called the Chargers we.
Yeah, Friday you called the Chargers we.
I probably called them that 3 or 4 times because I don't think the Raiders. But now Gardner Minshew kind of shut me up. He went.
Yeah, you're kind of wrong.
He went 31 of 38. But Greg, do we want them to win? Because if they do, we don't get Shador, right?
Yeah, I don't actually want Shador.
Yeah, by the way, a lot of Raider fans are like off on Shador.
Isn't he like perfect for the Raiders, though? He just doesn't care.
Right, but do you really want a guy who doesn't care as in completely the me business?
Well, that...
No. I will say
it doesn't
no.
have to be the way it always was with the Raiders. I think this, and yes, we want them to win because they can get into this division and they can beat the Chargers and their win record. And then Brian loses his hair. There's a lot of good things.
After that Raiders performance, I no longer think they're going to finish last in that
shouldn't.
division. I think Denver's going to finish
Denver's
last.
miserable. And damn it, I was
And Bo
right
Nix
about
sucks.
Bo Nix the entire time.
No,
and I
too
backed
late.
off my take because he was the preseason MVP.
Oh, yeah,
but my
boo,
thought
preseason.
all along was it was a bust pick, and now I backed off of it.
But by the way, so John, Gardner Minshew has the best completion percentage in all of football.
Yeah,
all of football.
He did
second
exactly
most yards.
what I dared him to do. He shut me up by playing great. So I, as a Raider fan, have to say I was wrong. Can he do that consistently? We're going to find out. But I no longer think the Raiders are finishing
So are you
last.
back to being a Raiders fan?
Well, I never wasn't a Raiders fan.
Well,
I'm just very down in the direction of the team, and I'm still. Are you sold on Antonio Pierce?
So I really like what Antonio Pierce is doing, especially for the defense. That is a legitimate defense that's out there. That's going to be a top 5 defense all season long. Max Crosby, and Christian Wilkins are great, especially right next to each other too. Antonio, yes, I am very high on Antonio Pierce. As long as they can get the ball to Devontae Adams and Brock Bowers, we're going to look good.
Yeah, I was impressed with them. I thought the Ram game, Mace, I thought about you a lot.
Yeah,
was this. Okay, so 1 year when I was doing Laker games, this was probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
The Lakers put together this team with Steve Nash and Kobe in the backcourt and a front line of Dwight Howard, Pau Gasol, and Metta World Peace.
Remember it well.
And 41 of 43 people at ESPN picked them to win the Western Conference. They finished 7th and got swept out of the first round.
Yep.
And the reason was they were hit with so many injuries. Nash broke his leg in the second game. That's the year Kobe got hurt.
Yeah, Nash right.
Pau
Nash
got
was
hurt.
a non-factor.
Gasol got hurt.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard got hurt. The whole thing fell apart. I now think, and there may be time for them to work their way out of it, but I doubt it. I now think the Rams have had too many injuries to be competitive. You can lose Puka Nacua. You can't lose Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. You can lose Steve Avila, but you can't lose Steve Avila, Alaric Jackson, and Joe Noteboom all at the same time.
Okay.
I now think they have too many injuries to be competitive.
Okay.
What do you think?
Few things. One of the huge weaknesses in that defense yesterday was Warren McClendon at left tackle, and Alaric Jackson will be back this week. So I think that's a huge help. In terms of Kupp, he left in a walking boot, but we've got no update on exactly what's going on with Cooper Kupp. DeMarco seemed to feel badly about it.
If he's out for a month, like we know Puka's out for at least a month.
Right.
If Cooper Kupp is out for a month, those two guys are just too good to replace. They're not replaceable parts.
No, you're not going to do that with Jordan Whittington and Tyler Johnson and Tutu Atwell and
I think
DeMarcus
the NFC,
Robinson.
and in particular, the NFC West is too competitive. I don't think they can hang if they keep getting these injuries. I just don't.
So I'm waiting to see what happens with Cooper Kupp because I don't think we know yet. Niners, they're already 7.5-point dogs on Sunday, which would make them 0-3 if that were to carry out. Then at Chicago, home to Green Bay, no Jordan Love, and then a bye. Now, that bye could come at a very good time, because it buys them a week to see if they can get Cooper Kupp ready. Puka Nacua at some point they think is going to be back, maybe week 7. So all of a sudden you're talking about he'll be reevaluated after the bye week. So maybe you're talking about trying to tread water until you get through the bye week, which is early this year, and that is a huge help to the Rams, I think.
So Puka Nacua is eligible to come off week 7. That doesn't mean he's going
Correct.
to
He'll be reevaluated.
But then here's the question. If Cooper Kupp is out for a month, let's say, and he can't come back till week 7 also, and you start losing, do you bring him back at that point, both Kupp and Puka?
Of course.
I mean, it's
you sit them for the year. I mean, week 7, you don't sit those guys for a year. You owe it to your fans to go out and win games. Last year they were 3-6 and ended up winning 8 and 9 to make the playoffs.
Right. The difference between 3-6 and 0-6 is a little bit different.
Well, you've got them going 0-6. I do not.
I don't. I'm not saying they are, but
if they have no Kupp and no Puka.
You think they're going 0-6?
I don't think
and
it,
no
but
Avila,
it's possible.
Yeah.
and no Boom, and like I know No Boom is a backup, but still, that's a guy that can play on basically any position on the offensive line. So if you have all those injuries, you could very well go 0-6, especially if Matthew Stafford gets killed back there.
They are not going to go 0-6.
Where's the win?
Maybe at Chicago, maybe Green Bay.
So Chicago has a very good defense.
Chicago does,
although their offense stinks.
And by the way, I think, and everybody, I mean, I'm hearing promos. Mason's pick of the Bears. They're 1-1. I think they're absolutely in the race to win that division.
Did you watch that game yesterday? It was awful.
Yeah, look, the win is the win, and I think all rookie. I mean, you during our meeting today said Jaden Daniels.
Jaden
Daniels is terrible.
They won.
Bo Nix is terrible.
Well, Bo Nix
Caleb
is
Williams is terrible. They're all terrible at the beginning of their careers.
Sure, I'm not saying Caleb Williams is terrible. He's still the best quarterback I ever saw in college football, but he did not look really
he
good
got
these
sacked
first
7
two.
times. He was running for
Right,
his
he was
life.
getting no help.
Yeah, because you can't run around like that like you did in college and get away with it.
Here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to quit. Not quitting. Gonna do it.
You can't. I mean, the Rams have no choice. They have to show up for the games.
Correct. And Sunday, shock the world. Can you imagine if they beat the Niners with this crew? If they beat the Niners, it would be one of the great wins for Sean McVay.
The way this season has gone, I'm assuming that's going to be the largest point spread on the board. The first 2 weeks, the largest point spread on the board
fell.
Yep. Cincinnati in week 1, Baltimore in week 2. So would it shock me if the Rams upset the Niners?
Yeah.
No, it's weird in the NFL this year. Look at the Saints. Where'd that come from?
Yeah, where the Saints?
I mean,
how could the Cowboys be as bad as they were yesterday?
Yeah, so they were so good in Cleveland in week 1. They are what they are. The Cowboys are always just less than.
So I want to ask you one thing. I'll hold this question about the Rams defense. We'll do it coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to tell you about Seller's Advantage. If you've been thinking about selling your home, the real estate market is changing. Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is focused on the seller's needs, and they'll make you a competitive cash offer and close in days with no agents and no commissions. When you try and get your home ready to list, it can be expensive, it can be complicated. You might not want people traipsing in and out of your house. Seller's Advantage makes the selling process easy, so the seller walks away happy. They may even offer you $10,000 in advance to help with moving expenses. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or go to sellersadvantage.com.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another 3. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Diddy.
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bust blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino, located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004527. Geico 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Thank you so much for this ice block, because man, oh man, does this feel good.
No problem.
You got to sit on this. No, you have to sit on this.
Good.
I'll even flip the ice bag so you're not sitting where I sit.
No, sucio.
It's not sucio.
Sí, sucio.
It's no es sucio.
Cochino.
No, it's no es chino.
Cochino.
No.
Cochino.
Okay, well, that too.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
On 710 ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace. When I was in an accident, my friend Jacob was the first person I called. He should be your first call, too. Call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB, or visit calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
The new John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/GatorXUV.
Hey football fans, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second.
BetMGM and GameSense are ready to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. Partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon. Don't forget Monday Night Football, 3 o'clock with Sedano and Cappy at Commerce Casino. Now this week, so there's not another Sedano blowout, we're going to broadcast live in the casino, right in front of the tent. So you can come out and watch the show. Great giveaways, great food, great drink specials. You can get a Sedano sling. I plan to drink a few Sedano slings today. That's this afternoon, Commerce Casino with Sedano and Cap broadcasting live from Monday Night Football. Right now, though, more of the fellas. Mason and Ireland on Monster Monday afternoon, right now.
So, a lot of, obviously, Rams get the doors blown off yesterday. I would argue, John, and you tell me if you agree with this. And gigantic injury issues. Cooper Kupp leaves the game. We're waiting for some sort of update on him. I think Kyler Murray would have beaten any team in the league yesterday. Kyler Murray had a perfect quarterback rating. Perfect.
Yeah, but
I've never seen him better. That's the best version of Kyler Murray I have ever seen.
But part of that is how much pressure you put on him. A week earlier in Buffalo, the Bills shut him down in the second half, and he couldn't do anything.
But here's the thing. He's so... I mean, he had that one touchdown play where he's like skittering around the pocket. Everybody's all around him. They cannot wrangle him. He was just so good yesterday. I don't necessarily...
Who on the Rams defense needs to be double teamed?
Well, I think that probably what they're doing right now is they're doubling Jared Verse, who had 6 pressures and a sack last week.
But
that's probably
when
their
Aaron
best
Donald was
edge
out
rusher.
there, he had to be double and
Sure.
sometimes triple
That
teamed.
does not exist anymore.
That opened it up for everybody else. I just think the injuries and the departure of Aaron Donald might be too much. We'll talk to Sean McVay on Wednesday. We'll see what his thoughts were, but it's just very discouraging watching them on offense and how they can't get separation and none of these receivers get open. When Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua seem to get open every time.
Right, and even Cooper Kupp could not get open yesterday. They were doubling him the whole day long.
Banged up,
yeah,
for sure.
But I mean, even early in the game, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Here's McVay after the game yesterday.
They continue to fight. We got a lot of mentally tough people in that room. And these are these moments where you get tested. I know when I look back on moments of growth for me, they never occurred in good times. They only occurred in moments like this. And this is one of those moments that it you got that pit in your gut, and you got a choice. Hey, you want to attack it or do you want to fold? All right, and I'm betting on a lot of the guys that they're going to be the kind of guys that are going to raise their head high. They're going to go back to work. These are humbling moments. These aren't moments that that you love to be able to have. But if you got the right growth mindset, then you take it in stride. You handle it like a man, and that's exactly what I expect our coaches, players to do, and that's what I expect of myself as well.
There you go. That's the attitude. We're not going to feel sorry for ourselves.
What he just said is exactly why it's a bad thing for you.
What do you mean a bad thing for me?
That the Niners lost yesterday.
Look,
because now they're going to have the full attention of the players.
They are huge underdogs. Nobody in the world is going to pick the Rams to win. Nobody. They are completely. They have no chance. No, I'm saying I am a believer, but the entire world is not going to be. Nobody is going to say, "Oh yeah, the Rams are going to beat the." I'm going to tell you that I'm not going to quit on this team. I'm not going to quit on this team. First of all, let's hold our horses on Cooper Kupp. He left in a walking boot. So did Kevin Dotson last week. He was still okay, so I'm not going to give on that yet. And on top of that, look, there's something to be said for being underestimated, and they're going to be very underestimated on Sunday. They're huge underdogs. Everybody is going to pick the Niners. And as Anthony Rincon tweeted, a win against San Francisco would nearly make 2 losses somewhat irrelevant. It's true. If they beat the Niners, it wipes everything out.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hey, did you watch the Emmys last night?
I did.
They did something during the Emmys that I can't believe somebody didn't think of 20 years ago.
Okay.
One of the big arguments you and I always have about the Emmys and the Oscars is you think all winners should have an unlimited amount of time to give their speech. Mm-hmm. And if you do that, the show's going to be 5.5 hours.
The show's on opposite the NFL. Nobody's watching it. It's for the industry. That's who the Emmys are for. It's not broad entertainment. It's for the industry. But why would they put it on Sunday Night Football?
Well, but the Oscars are not that. I mean, but here's what they did that was super smart.
Okay.
Did you notice that when, like, let's say you're up for an award, they ask you, if you win, who would you like to thank? Did you notice they supered along? Steve would like to thank, and it's a list of people that you provided.
Well, them. That's not a new thing. That's been going on. That was at last year's Oscars.
Oh, was
it? Yeah,
okay,
it was. Where they do the scroll across the bottom, thanks to Mom, thanks to Dad, thanks to my dog.
See, I think that's great because people, when they win, never remember what they're going to say and always and they feel like I got to thank everybody and their mother. But if you have time to think about it and you can super it up there, it's going to save time all night.
Okay, so here's why you don't play people off.
Thanks to everyone at HBO,
John Oliver.
Nina and Casey in particular. I also want to thank, it's going to be very silly, our dog. We had the most fantastic dog, and she was at our wedding, and she got us through a pandemic. She was with us for the 2 pregnancies, and perfect choice of music. We had to say goodbye to her. And it is, I feel like Sarah McLachlan right now. She was an amazing dog, and ouch. I would guess I want to. This isn't just for her. This is for all dogs. All dogs. You're all very good girls. You're very good boys. You all deserve a treat. Play me off now. Thanks so much.
That was awesome.
Yeah, they look stupid trying to play him off when he's talking about his dead dog.
Yeah, the dead dog music is not good there. But I thought all in all, that was a good show.
I thought that the Levies did good.
The Levies did great. Both Dan and Eugene, who's just a legend. I thought, by the way, they did a cool thing.
The West Wing.
They brought the West Wing cast out. They brought out Richard Schiff and Dule Hill and Allison Janney and another one. Who's the fourth one?
They brought in Janelle Maloney, who played Donna.
Janelle Maloney. There you go, Janelle Maloney.
Which
was cool, and they did a lot of those cool old-fashioned tributes.
And Eugene Levy told the story, I don't know if most people knew it, that he was second in line to play. But he killed his audition for Toby Ziegler.
Yeah.
And they were going to hire him, and Schiff came in and blew everybody away.
Yeah.
And they gave it to Schiff instead, who I'm friends with. But if you're a West Wing fan like me, West Wing is my favorite show of all time, get a hold of this book that just came out 3 weeks ago called What's Next, written by Mary McCormick, who played Kate Harper on the show, and Melissa Fitzgerald, who played Carol, CJ's assistant. And they go deep into everybody's casting,
Yeah.
everybody's audition, you'll learn all this stuff. To me, one of the coolest days of my life is I'm playing golf at Mountain Gate, and I walk into the grill after, and Schiff is in the restaurant, and he goes, "Hey, John, come here." And so I'm working my way across the restaurant, and I walk over to his table, and I didn't know till I got there. He goes, "Want you to meet Martin Sheen." Because Martin, Ireland's probably your biggest fan, and he talked to me for 10 minutes.
That's so
and
cool.
He's like the nicest guy. It was really, really fun.
That is cool. That is cool.
So but I can't believe it's been 24 years since that show came on the air. 1999.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How the world has changed. Yeah, I mean, and overall last night, John, you don't watch the Bears, so they won a bunch of awards.
But, I've watched enough of the Bear to know I don't think it's a comedy.
It's definitely not a comedy.
Not
it
close
is
to a comedy.
1,000,000% not a comedy. I do not laugh during the Bear. I don't. And by the way, for that reason, I'm glad it lost to Hacks, which was a really funny, funny show.
I like a lot of people, I assume, last night. I went back and watched episode 1, season 1 of Hacks. It's good. I've never seen it.
It's a really good show,
Yeah,
and it gets
it's a
better
great
and
idea.
better. Yeah,
It's a
it
great
gets
idea.
better and better. All right, coming up next for you, we're going to spin the wheel of questions. It's a big football Monday, and we will do that. Laura's got something on the wheel for us next. In the meantime, hey, Monday Night Football, it's tonight. And Shadano and Cap are going to be live inside Commerce Casino and hotel for a special Monday Night Football party. There are all kinds of food and drink specials. There's giveaways. There are bar games. There's Lil Cappy and Crypto Ray and the Vice President of the Handsome Man Society, and all those people are going to be there. And you are invited. That is Commerce Casino tonight for Monday Night Football with Shadano and Cap. Make sure you're out there. And by the way, if you're a poker player like me, the WSOP is returning to Commerce Casino and Hotel. If you want to test your game against some of the best players on the World Series of Poker Circuit Tour, you can do that November 13th through the 26th. Check the website for tournament details and special player rates on hotel rooms. Commerce Casino located. Now get this, if you're going to Monday Night Football tonight with Shadano and Cap, located 6131 Telegraph Road in Commerce. For more information and a calendar of events, visit commercecasino.com. That's commercecasino.com. And I will see you at the Commerce, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The LA Kings have a new home.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season.
This fall, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app is your home for every moment of the Los Angeles Kings.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season.
In only one place.
Easy to access, easy to find, easy to enjoy every Kings game and your favorite Kings podcasts.
710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and let me talk to you about this issue of dealing with your homeowner's insurance. So your home floods, right? You have a big giant flood at your house, and you realize that the insurance adjuster is trying to pay you so little that you won't be able to repair the damage. That is when you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt is a public insurance adjuster who is on your side. Look, you can try and negotiate with the insurance company yourself. I've tried. You're going to find out very quickly it is not that simple. Avner Gatt and his team negotiate on your behalf to make sure you're getting the best possible outcome, not the insurance company. He and his team have been dealing with insurance companies for so many years. It's all they do. They've got the experience. They've got the industry know-how that you need on your side.
Calling all tradespeople, maintenance, and facilities pros. DeWalt is hooking up you and a teammate with 2 tickets to the Rams home opener versus the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday the 22nd, plus a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. Just snap a pic of you and your team working hard on the job site and post it on @ESPN Los Angeles Facebook and Instagram with hashtag #MyDeWaltToughTeam. One lucky fan will score 2 tickets to the Rams vs 49ers and a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
Attorneys when you said I don't have insurance. Well, guess what? Uncle Artie can still help you. It does not matter. Give us a call. You have nothing to lose. We take the case on a contingency. You don't pay up front.
Uncle Artie's not just my friend, but he's your uncle in the business. Artie Pernia is a seasoned personal injury attorney who works with you so you receive the best possible compensation for your case. Let Uncle Artie and the Pernia Law family provide peace of mind so you can focus on your recovery.
Trust us, trust Uncle.
When you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law, 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
Within you flows the power. It's rich, vibrant, strong. And today, that power is needed more than ever before. 1 in 3 African American blood donors has the power to help save the life of a person battling sickle cell disease. So use that power to help those in our community who need it most. Make an appointment with Red Cross at redcrossblood.org/ourblood to donate today.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's
Actually, this is really interesting. So I feel like I actually wear readers, especially
You
when
do?
when my eyes are tired.
Okay.
But imagine a world where you no longer need them. A new pharmaceutical company has introduced something called PressView. It's India's first eye drops designed specifically to reduce dependence on reading glasses.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
How do I get
I'm
these?
Googling this right now.
So it's PRESV as in Victor U.
Okay.
It says a common age. So if you have issues and you need reading
Because
glasses.
I, as you can tell, because I'm wearing them every day now on the show, my eyes have gone to hell in the last 6 months.
Mine ain't great.
So this is a new technology that hopefully will come to us soon. I mean, you guys answered it really, really quick. You guys got excited. I'm not good about dropping things in my eyes, but would you guys be down for that instead of wearing glasses?
Well, I got a follow-up to this story.
Okay.
The Central Drug Standard Control Organization in India says that PressView is not approved to make claims about reducing the need for reading glasses. The product is only permitted for treating presbyopia or something in adults and not for any other benefits such enhancing vision.
Well,
now, if
what
there was a
happened?
magic drop,
I got India Times.
I'd do it in an absolute second. I mean, if you walked around my house, you would find reading glasses all over the place.
That's my
I mean,
parents.
there's everywhere I go, there's a pair of reading glasses.
I bought 5 2 weeks ago, 5 pair for like $10 on Amazon.
Yeah.
I bought 5 more yesterday.
Yeah, I mean,
just
it's-
because I lose them all the time.
Yeah, I just lose them.
So with readers, you can just buy them at any grocery store.
Yes.
Those glasses
Yeah,
that
any
are just
pharmacy,
chilling there.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Although, you know what's weird?
They're,
is
they're not important. You
I
get
never-
like +1, -1.
I never
I was
know
gonna
if
ask
I'm
that.
supposed to get +100, -1.
I've changed mine. I'm up to 2.0 now.
Okay, but I think you guys are damaging your eyesight by just
No.
grabbing random ones. Go to the doctor, and then they give you a prescribed one, and then
Yeah, those are expensive.
Yeah, those are
I know they
expensive,
are,
and I'm
but-
not doing it.
Okay,
That's
hold
big
on.
optometry. trying to say.
Espérate,
big
espérate,
optometry, exactly.
espérate. If you go to like Costco or something, or like even LensCrafters, but you only needed to go one, so you can get the correct like prescription, and then you can buy that prescription online.
I mean, you go in there and they tell you #1 or #2, #1 or #2.
But
they
it
look
works.
exactly the same.
No, they don't.
So this is not.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so this is not a sponsor or a partner or anything like that. But I just used Warby Parker.
Yeah,
which
they're
is the
great.
glasses
Although they're
Great.
expensive.
Although here's the weird thing. So I never went to a store or did anything. You put your picture in, and it shows you what the glasses will look like on your face.
Yeah, I did this, and I paid way more for those glasses than I thought I was going to pay.
Really?
Yeah. Matter of fact, when I went into
Mine were $85.
Yeah, that will be. My readers, I got 5 for $12.
Yeah, well, I don't buy readers from Warby Parker. I just use the readers from the drugstore.
So it's just a matter of what you want to, spend your money on.
Yeah,
but
yeah. The glasses thing is definitely pissing me off because I've got distance glasses and I've got close glasses, and I really don't like using either one.
Really? I lied. I wanted glasses when I was younger. I thought they were cute. And I would go to the doctor and just lie. And my mom's like, you have good vision. You're like stumbling with the glasses. But I wanted to have glasses, so I lied.
Yeah, I carry so many glasses with me, too. Like, these are my distance glasses.
Yeah, I have a bunch of glasses in my bag, too, now, because I'm always scared of getting caught without them.
Got my reading glasses there. It's like...
Have you heard about these yet? I always forget them when we go to restaurants. So,
What's that?
So Lisa got me these things. Have you seen these?
No.
Thin optics. You put them in your wallet.
Oh, that's so great.
And those are glasses. Right
Whoa.
Those are great.
And so if you're never without
that will save
glasses,
me the trouble
if you need them.
That'll save me the trouble in a dark restaurant.
Yeah, Google thin optics.
Okay,
of
yeah,
doing
that's good.
what is typical for me now, which is pulling out my phone, taking a picture, and blowing it up.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
That's the way I order.
All right, so let me ask you guys something before we get to sports graffiti.
Mhm.
I do this a few times a year, but you guys know Graham Metzger, who works here,
Yeah,
right?
I'm going to speak at his dad's class coming up.
I'm doing that tonight.
Oh, I'm doing it next month.
Okay,
Oh, cool.
so the question is, we've asked this before, but the answer changes every once in a while. Brian, I'll start with you. Some kid asks you, hey, I want to do what you do for a living. I want to follow in your footsteps. I want to work at ESPN LA. I want to be running the board for games. I want to be running the board for Mason and Ireland. What advice would you give them?
I'd say you have to be open to do any position, more or less. Like, yeah, you want to run the board. Maybe you got to start out doing highlights or something like that. You got to be open to just get into the door and learn everything. I feel like if you learn everything, then your chances of moving up is better.
Laura, how about you?
Don't do it.
Oh,
No,
Mason, just don't go into
Are
it?
you being serious?
No,
'Cause
no, no,
Mason
no.
is serious when he
No,
says that.
I'm not.
Yeah, I
I
sometimes
genuinely
say, forget
love
it.
what I do. I just think that you have to be very aware that it's not an easy career and you're going to have a lot of ups and downs. The money that you think you're going to make, you might not. So you just have to be very aware of that. And like Brian said, be open to doing many different things to potentially get to where you want to be.
Right.
It's not
Greg,
an
you're
easy
actually
career.
in the business of hiring people now with your new role. What one piece of advice would you give college students that say, I want to be the next Greg Bergman?
Well, so Brian was right. Learn absolutely everything that there is inside this business and become as valuable as possible. Learn how the equipment works. Learn how the microphone works. Learn how to produce, how to run a board. Learn how to host.
How to
learn
do social media, how to shoot YouTube videos.
Everything.
Yeah.
Be as valuable as possible.
Can I add one more thing?
Yeah.
Here's another thing that I've actually said this a lot to people is don't burn bridges. Like don't, because you never know. Someone might be your boss right now. Someone might be, a board op or whatever, but you don't know where that person's going to be in a few years. So don't ever burn your bridges and don't be fake because people can spot that really quick.
Yeah.
Mace, would you still discourage people from going into this business?
You know what? I've seen too many people come through our internship program and that
Succeed.
are still now, whether
Yeah.
it's Parker Bell or DeAndre Hawkins or Kasim just joined the team.
Cody Lou got a job at ESPN in Bristol.
I mean, all these guys have done so well. The idea is get into a radio station, get to a place, and then hang around and say, I'll do anything. Forget about your hours. Forget about how much time you're put. Just go there and try to learn every single thing. To Bergman's point, I think that's the best way to go.
The people that actually come and sit down with me or with Laura or Emily
Sit down
or
with
Lindsay,
me and give me show ideas?
Right. Those are the people that we look at when there's like, what more can we do here? And we say, okay, let's bring them on as well.
Yeah.
Because we already know who you are. You know you fit into the fabric of what we do, and it's very easy to just make that transition for you. So
what would you
get in
say,
here.
John?
What Brian said in the beginning is the example I always give is Trudell.
Mm-hmm.
Trudell works at the Lakers and he does all the content for Lakers.com, and then he works as their sideline reporter, and then he fills in on the radio over here sometimes, and he fills in on a podcast. So instead of having to pay 4 people to do those things, They just pay Mike to do all of it.
Right.
And it gets Mike a little more money. It gets them. You'll hear employers always say, you used to be a boss, you know this term.
Yep.
Head count is a big deal. They want to keep, most companies want to keep their head count down.
It down.
And so what Brian's advice is the best. It's the more boxes you can check.
Yep.
If you can say, I'm willing to do A, B, C, D, and E, the better your chances are of survival. And it'll take you down a lot of roads that maybe, like Justin Craig, who now runs all of audio for ESPN. I was talking with Justin when he was in town earlier in the week, started as a part-time board op on Mike and Mike.
Wow.
And now has worked his way up to the top of the company.
Yeah.
So you never, Jimmy Pitaro, same way, George Bodenheimer used to work in the mailroom before he became president at ESPN.
Yeah.
So you got to start and be willing to work your way up. And I think that's the best advice.
Yeah. And get into our internship program if you can. We're closed right now, right?
Yeah, we're closed right now, but you have to be a college student, so you have to get college credit
Credit,
for
right.
it, but it is a paid internship.
Cool.
So if you can get into it and you're a college student, you should absolutely apply for it would probably be the spring one.
Yeah, and a high percentage of our interns wind up on staff in some way, shape, or form. All right, coming up next for you, I have got. Are we
doing sports graffiti?
We are,
next?
but I've got a really, really funny joke.
Oh, good.
We'll do that at 1:15. Stay tuned for a really, really funny joke. Did you like it, Brian?
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I
Okay.
laughed.
We'll do it at 1:15. In the meantime, we're going to do some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. All right, you saw it. The dismantling of the Rams. Cooper Kupp. We're waiting for news. Rams are 0-2. The Raiders pull off a very surprising win at Baltimore. The other team at SoFi
Chargers
is now 2-0 after winning at Carolina. Anything is Dodgers lose 2 out of 3 over the weekend. Lead is down to 3.5 over San Diego. 877-710-ESPN. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another 3. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Kupp. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Diddy!
The LA Kings. And Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Get your red on and enjoy Angels baseball from the comfort of a suite. Entertain guests with all-inclusive packages. Call 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/suites.
Sedano and Cap for your afternoon drive.
The fun way to drive home on 710.
The line for Sedano's unit is all smooth purple, and Cap's got
I figured it
little
would.
red bumps in it.
I've never known it to be specific, but I figured it would be smooth purple.
I can confirm.
I'll show you a picture.
Well, the fact that you have a picture is also concerning.
Oh, Jesus.
The LA Afternoon Takeover with Sedano and Cap. Today at 4 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Feel the ground tremble. The Morongo Band of Mission Indians invite you to the 33rd Annual Thunder and Lightning Powwow. Enjoy authentic arts, crafts, and cuisine of Native American culture. All are welcome to this free, family-friendly event. Go to MorongoPowwow.com for more information. The Thunder and Lightning Powwow, September 27th through the 29th.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon. Don't forget Monday Night Football, 3 o'clock with Sedano and Cappy at Commerce Casino. Now this week, so there's not another Sedano blowout, we're going to broadcast live in the casino, right in front of the tent. So you can come out and watch the show. Great giveaways, great food, great drink specials. You can get a Sedano Sling. I plan to drink a few Sedano Slings today. That's this afternoon, Commerce Casino with Sedano and Cap broadcasting live from Monday Night Football. Right now, though, more of the fellas. Mason and Ireland on Monster Monday afternoon right now.
Okay, lots of your phone calls today.
You're going to regret this.
Let's do it.
All right, Sports Graffiti, your chance to sound off about anything. 877-710-ESPN. Katrina, you're in the leadoff spot. Katrina, go.
Hi, John and Mason. This is Katrina, and I just want to have a shout-out to my Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield especially, and the defense. And John Ireland and I maybe played at the Treasure Island Fun Center at the same time because I'm from St. Petersburg.
No kidding. My grandparents, like everyone else, I had grandparents in Florida. They're no longer alive. Yeah. But I always used to be in St. Petersburg.
And by the way, Tampa Bay, one of the best teams in the league so far, and Baker Mayfield, absolutely a top 10 quarterback.
That's our guy, Raheem Morris, down there doing his thing. Jack, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Jack.
Well, how you guys doing?
Good,
I
man.
want to talk about Canelo.
Yes.
Why won't this guy fight the best fighters out there?
It's a great question. I've never understood about the sport of boxing, and one of the reasons, thank you for the call, one of the reasons, Mace, boxing got caught by the UFC is because, as Michael points out to me every time this comes up, the best boxers duck everybody.
Right.
We don't get the fights we want. In the UFC, that doesn't happen.
No, in the UFC, it doesn't matter if you lose a match. The undefeated thing isn't a big deal. You can be a champion without being undefeated. In boxing, those losses seem to, and they're incentivized to dodge big opponents because Canelo can make a whole bunch of money fighting tomato cans.
Carlos, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Carlos.
Yo, what's up, guys? I got an impersonation of Mario Reeves real quick.
Okay.
So here it goes. LAFC took the loss against the real LA team, LA Galaxy, 4-2 this weekend. Let's go, Galaxy.
Mario would never disparage LAFC like that. Yeah, that was false advertising. That is Mario would never say that.
No.
Steve, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Steve.
Gentlemen, I have the solution for the Dodger pitching woes next season.
What's that?
Assuming everyone's healthy. If you have Flaherty, Stone, Gonsolin, May, Sheehan, Knack, and Miller pitch April, May, and June, and don't even pitch Ohtani, Glasnow, and Yamamoto until June, have them ramp up, and right after the All-Star break, they'd be ready to go. Fresh arms, fresh legs, no mileage, and it's almost like a mid-season acquisition. And then you have them, you're ready for the playoff with those three guys.
I gotta
this
say,
is not the craziest idea anyone's ever come up with.
It sounds stupid, and yet it might be smart.
Yamamoto has never pitched as many innings as he's pitched this year, and he got hurt. Glasnow has never pitched as many innings, and he got hurt.
Not done.
So I would not throw that. I would not hang up on that guy for that idea. That's actually. It sounds pompous, like you can just put your best pitcher.
Right.
But it might work.
Yeah.
Might work. Zach, you're on Sports Graffiti. Zach, go.
Great segue into my call, guys. When is the training staff of the Dodgers going to take accountability with all these injuries? We never talk about what their rehab is and what they're actually doing. You look at the Lakers back in the day, and we knew their training staff, the players got back right away, and now nothing's happening. They keep getting injured.
Yeah, it's not an unfair question, but I knew this because I was, I'm friends with Gary Vitti, who was the Laker trainer for 32 years, and some years Gary would get a ton of credit because there were no injuries.
Yep.
And other years people would point a finger at him and say it's your fault. Gary was consistent the whole time. I mean, there are guys who are more injury prone than others.
Right.
And Glasnow and Yamamoto have injury histories that would indicate this was going to happen.
And on top of that, Andrew Friedman often looks for guys who are kind of broken down and rehabs them and there are a lot of guys that have pitched. The name that jumps out is Brandon Morrow, who was great for the Dodgers out of the bullpen. He was a broken down guy who was kind of out of the game, and he was reinvented by Friedman. So I do think the Dodgers have a knack when it comes to finding pitchers, but the injuries are undeniable here, and some of them, like I don't know what's going on with Kershaw, I don't know what's going on with Gavin, so I don't even know. There's no even transparency if you want to know what's happening with them.
Right. Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Yeah, every time Mason always says that SC was going to win last year, and the Lakers and the Rams.
Yeah.
Put Mason in the third seat and turn his volume down.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
Because he predicts the home teams are
Is
going to
this-
win.
Wait a minute. Is this Mike? Is this Mike? Oh, he's gone. Damn it. I was going to hang up on this sucker.
Well,
All
you
right.
did. It just didn't go over the air.
All right, got it.
Brian, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Brian.
Who's 0-2? Rams. You guys were dogging the Raiders all last week, and they're the ones that came out with the win.
Well,
Come on, guys,
Brian,
need
do
to
you
get some
think
respect
the
for
Raiders or the Rams are going to finish with a better record? And by the way, I think it's going to be close.
I think it'll be close. I think the Rams might get an extra win, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I don't know. Everybody's got the Rams cooked. I do not have them cooked yet.
I don't know if they can survive those injuries. Young Al, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Yo, what's up, fellas? Hey, first and foremost, Steve Mason.
Yes.
I love to catch a Rams game with you, man. Man, I would love to, man. And then second thing, it's week 2. There's 17 games in the season. Calm down, okay? Come next Monday, the LA Rams are going to smash them San Francisco 49ers, and we ain't even having this conversation, boy. Let's go. Rams going to be 1-2, and we're going to go still make the playoffs. And when everybody gets healthy, good luck to everybody else, man. Go ahead and enjoy that win, Kyler Murray. That's all you're ever going to be able to do. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
You
there's
ain't hang up a banner. You
Young Al is not deterred.
I like Young Al. That's my guy.
Young Al is sticking with his team.
Me and Young Al. Let's
Harold,
roll.
you're on Sports Graffiti. Harold, go.
What, John? What are we going to do about UCLA football?
Oh boy,
unbelievable bad game.
Yeah.
I'm going to get off the radio and let
Okay,
you talk.
so
about
here's my thoughts on UCLA football. Bergman and I have been trying to tell you people for weeks this is exactly what we thought would happen. Chip Kelly screwed him by quitting late. They weren't able to go out and get like a proven head coach that late in the coaching cycle. They're trying Deshaun Foster. He's playing with a stacked deck. He has no talent, and he's never been a head coach before. They're going to take their lumps this year. What I wouldn't do, and I fear, Greg, UCLA is going to do it anyway, is fire Deshaun after 1 year. I think you have to give him a chance to bring his own people in there. If this continues next year, UCLA may not win another game. If this continues next year, then we can have that conversation. But I would not fire him after 1 year. How about you?
I am completely with you. This is all based around Chip Kelly. Leaving in January or February, whenever it was, they should have fired him last year after Arizona State. They waited until after USC to say, look, you got to win against USC. And then Chip Kelly left so late, there was no chance for him. He couldn't go into the transfer portal. He couldn't do anything.
See, Deshaun Foster, I don't think is ever going to work as head coach of the UCLA Bruins. They had D'Anton Lynn sitting right there.
But he had already gone to USC.
At that point, he had already gone for $2 million.
Had he really left?
Yeah. But he left. No, he left when Chip left, didn't he?
He left when Chip left.
Right. And
you could have hired him.
I agree with you.
And he'd have been a better head coach than Deshaun Foster.
But they...
I agreed.
Well,
they made the wrong hire. They had D'Anton Lynn in-house.
So this is what it is. They were afraid to lose people. They were afraid to lose people to the transfer portal. I don't know.
I agree with you.
But with D'Anton Lynn, they were his guys.
That was his first year there. Deshaun Foster is a Bruin. He can go out and talk about UCLA and how great everything
I think Greg's
is.
right. I think a lot of the reason they hired Deshaun is they didn't want all the recruits to walk out.
Well, it was a mistake. It's never going to work out.
I think you could be right, but I would not. Would you fire him after 1 year?
No. I think it's malpractice to fire any college head coach after 1 year. You have to let a guy at least get his feet under him.
But by the way, if you thought that was bad, Indiana at the Rose Bowl, wait till you see what happens this Saturday when they go to LSU. That has
LSU.
A chance to be a 50-0 game.
Yes, it does.
UCLA's just not competitive yet at all. We got time for a couple more here. Let's go, Portia. Portia, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
I just want to know, what do you guys think of the new signing Christian Kalinko for the Lakers, and what do you guys think of Fresno State being in the Pac-10 in 2026?
I'll tackle those in order, Portia. Thank you for the phone call. Christian Koloko, if this happens, if the Lakers end up signing him, they just stole him. He was great in college. He was okay in Toronto. He had some medical problems, but Mace, this is a 7-foot center who blocks shots and could be one of the guys, along with Jackson Hayes and Christian Wood, that spells Anthony Davis and lets him go to the 4. If the Lakers get this done, and it appears, according to Shams, they're the front runners.
Right.
and they steal Christian Coloco, that's nothing but good news.
Yeah.
That's to your first point. And then what was it, her
So
second?
the second point, Pac-12, I mean, I just don't believe the Pac-12 is ever going to matter again.
Yeah, here's the thing. The Pac-12 was run by a couple of arrogant executives who couldn't get a TV deal done. They never assumed that big schools like USC and UCLA would even consider leaving. And when they left, the bottom fell out. And I think the Pac-12's dead forever.
Oh, yeah, Colorado State, Fresno State, Oregon State, Washington. I mean, come on.
Forever.
Although I guess Washington State did have a good weekend, right?
They beat Washington.
Much to the chagrin of DeMarco Farr.
Yeah, they beat Washington.
Yeah, they won the Apple Cup.
So Shams on Saturday said that Christian Coloco has agreed on a contract with the Lakers, so he is a Laker.
Right, but I don't. There's some medical hurdles he needs to clear.
Okay.
To get back in. I think it's going to work. I think he's going to be on the team. But until the Lakers announce it, I'm skittish.
It's always a good move. Wait until the Lakers actually say something.
Yeah, because there's he's leaving under medicals. He's got to get cleared. But if they can get him, that's a really good thing.
Good. Well, they need a 5. They need another big.
Yep.
All right, there you go. There's your sports coffee. Coming up next for you, John, a really funny joke.
Good.
Plus, which 0-2 teams can actually bounce back and still make the playoffs? We'll do that coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
BB Go is the official game day snack of the Lakers. Mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals in minutes. Keep your freezer stocked with BB Go for a delicious meal. Korea's #1 food brand, making the whole world more delicious. At BB Go, they like to say minimum effort, maximum flavor. I get mine at Ralph's, but BB Go is available at all major grocery stores in the freezer aisle. If you've never tried it before, start with the BB Go Mandu, M-A-N-D-U. Those are the largest, juiciest dumplings in the market. Remember, every day is the day to live delicious with BB Go, the official game day snack of the Lakers.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
I think I am a bad guy for that.
What?
For what I told you.
You're not a bad guy. No.
So here's what happened.
You're Tom Brady. You're Brett Favre. I got to go play.
Don't compare him to Brett Favre.
Yeah, I'll take Brady, but it's inaccurate. But
just saying.
Favre you can have.
It's Trav and D-Far.
Back tomorrow morning after Greeny on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bust blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino, located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004527. Geico 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson and Tucson Hybrid. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end September 30th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Calling all tradespeople, maintenance, and facility pros. 710 and DeWalt are hooking your team up with tickets to the Rams home opener versus the 49ers on Sunday the 22nd, plus a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. To enter, post a pic of you and your team working hard on the job site on @ESPN Los Angeles Facebook or Instagram with hashtag #MyDeWaltToughTeam. Visit ESPNLA.com for more sweepstakes rules and details.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you want to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. Everyone has different reasons for selling. Some people want to downsize and move. Some have inherited a property they want to get rid of, or maybe it's just time for a change. Whatever your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage has a custom solution for your needs. They'll make a competitive cash offer with no repairs needed, as they can close in days, no complicated closing process or contracts falling through. Seller's Advantage has been making sellers happy for decades, and they have the reviews to prove it. Call them today and get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. as is. That's 888-390-2747 or go to sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's Travis.
And DeMarco.
Hey, accidents can be shocking, devastating, and difficult to deal with, which is why you should never deal with them alone and have family on your side.
Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team are family, and they're here to help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
You know, when my son was in an accident, we called Joseph at 213-747-2000, and he was able to help.
You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when tinted to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Color Collection.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
You don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon. Don't forget Monday Night Football, 3 o'clock with Sedano and Cappy at Commerce Casino. Now this week, so there's not another Sedano blowout, we're going to broadcast live in the casino, right in front of the tent. So you can come out and watch the show. Great giveaways, great food, great drink specials. You can get a Sedano sling. I plan to drink a few Sedano slings today. That's this afternoon, Commerce Casino with Sedano and Cap broadcasting live from Monday Night Football. Right now, though, more of the fellas. Mason and Ireland on Monster Monday afternoon right now.
Okay, I'm keeping a very close eye, but there is no news from the Rams at this moment about Cooper Kupp. But usually about this time of day, I think we'll hear from like Jordan Rodriguez or Gary Klein or somebody over there about exactly what's going on. Rams get destroyed yesterday.
I think I did see.
Did you? I
saw somewhere. No, there's nothing out there right now. It may not be till the end of this week.
Till the end of the week?
Till Wednesday.
Well,
Thursday.
that's a good sign. If it's not till if it was bad, you'd put him on injured reserve right away, right?
Yeah, we just don't know when it's
going
to
happen. We don't know his
it could
designation.
take some time.
Is he questionable? Is he day-to-day? Is he week-to-week? Exactly what's going on with Cooper Kupp, we'll see. All right, so Ireland, you watched the Get Up.
I do.
So this joke appeared on the Get Up today. I don't know if you saw it or not. It was
I didn't.
By Dan Orlovsky.
Okay.
Okay, here it is.
Not a joke. All right. What type of coordination did Whitney Houston have?
What type of coordination did Whitney Houston have?
Hand
It's not bad.
So silly.
It's not bad.
Hand
That's a very Michael Thompson joke.
It is.
Hand
Come on, I love that
By
joke.
the way, Michael just texted me.
Oh, yeah, I got this too.
Yeah.
So upsetting.
His David Lee Roth joke is now making its way around the internet. And, well, if you weren't with us last week, Mike, we told Michael that John Bon Jovi saved a woman by talking her out of jumping off a bridge. And Michael goes, good thing it wasn't David Lee Roth. He would have told her to jump.
Yeah.
Because David Lee
And
Roth
we thought,
and we
that's
thought,
not really funny.
It's not funny. It's stupid. Now it's all over the internet.
You know what's interesting? It's funny when somebody else does it, just not when Michael does it.
The worst part about this is from something called Totally Awesome 80s. It has 12,000 likes for that
That's
joke.
amazing. Yeah.
12,000 likes. That's
yeah.
too many likes for a dumb joke.
That is for a dumb joke. All right, I wanted to talk about 0-2 teams in the NFL. The Rams are obviously 0-2. It is very rare for an 0-2 team to actually go through and make the playoffs.
It's only happened twice in the last 5 years.
Yeah, since 2020, happened 2 times. 32 teams have started 0-2. Only 2 of them have made the playoffs, 6.25%. Cincinnati in 2022 and Houston in 2023. And
Although I think it's
just 5 of the 32 finished with a winning record.
I think it's going to happen this year to at least one team, probably more.
Okay.
All right, for example, Baltimore's 0-2. I think they're still making the playoffs, don't you?
I do.
All right, now what about Cincinnati?
I think Cincinnati
They're 0-2.
does make the playoffs.
All right, so that would be 2 teams in the same year.
Correct.
Now, Jacksonville, 0-2.
No, done.
Tennessee,
Done.
no.
Oh, my God.
Indianapolis, probably no.
No, probably a year early on Indy.
Denver, no.
No, my God.
Giants might not win a game all year.
No, terrible.
Carolina.
Seattle.
Carolina might be the worst team in the
Seattle's
league.
Yeah, Carolina's awful. They're not.
Atlanta loses tonight, and they go to 0-2. And I thought they were going to be good, but they don't. Kirk Cousins doesn't look like he's gotten past his injury. I think they may have to put Michael Penix in there. And Tampa Bay is better than I thought. New Orleans is better than I thought. I now think Atlanta is not making it.
You think they're not making even before seeing?
No, I
tonight,
think New Orleans and Tampa Bay are the 2 biggest surprises in the NFC. They're both great.
Bergman, any of those look like they're going to bounce into the playoffs?
And Rams, I just think have too many injuries.
Rams, I'm not ready to say that. I think the jury's
So
out.
you're
Jury's out.
You're saying 2 teams in 5 years have come back from 0-2 to
And
make the playoffs, and you think there'll be 3 teams to do it this season?
I actually only said 2. I just said I'm not giving up on the Rams.
Okay.
I didn't guarantee that they're going to get into the playoffs, but I'm not giving up on
Yes or no,
them.
do you think the Rams make the
It's going to be
playoffs
close.
this year?
It's going to be very close.
That's not a yes or a no.
Razor-thin margin between
Yes
playoffs.
or
They lose.
no.
They lose on Sunday.
Just like
it's over.
this. No, because they're expected to lose on Sunday.
Exactly. It's over.
Yeah, no, it's
how many
not
teams?
over.
We looked it up. How many teams that started 0-3
If you can get to
and
the
made
bye
the playoffs?
week at 2-4, you've got a chance.
They were 3-6 last year, Greg, and they made it.
But 0-3 is different. How many teams have made the playoffs at 0-3, Laura?
One.
Can they?
One.
Can
in the
they,
history of the NFL.
Can they? Yeah, I know, but
Mason and I worked in San Diego one year when the Chargers started 0-4, and they
true.
made it.
They're the only team at
Right.
0-4.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
But
one
if-
team
if
to go
the Rams
0-3 and
can
one
get to the
team.
bye week at 2-4, they got a shot.
So who's okay? Who's
Bears and Packers?
Bears and Packers? No, you're losing both.
Packers are home. At
Bears
Chicago,
have a good
I think is
defense.
beatable.
They are beatable, but they have a good defense. And
Do
if
you
don't
deny
have
that at 2-4 they've got a shot?
They have a shot. They're
Thank
not
you.
winning the
Thank
division,
you.
but they're not going to go.
No,
2-4.
it's going to be tough to win the division unless they beat San Francisco on Sunday, and I don't think that's impossible.
But you asked me. I think the Ravens also do make the playoffs. I don't think the Bengals make the playoffs. There's something weird
the
going
only
on there.
quarterback that really matches up well with Patrick Mahomes for some reason
Burrow.
is Burrow.
Yeah, he always plays
they
well
blew it.
in those games.
Burrow's 3-2 against Mahomes' lifetime.
And
now.
probably should have beat him last night had
Yeah,
had that guy not been called for pass interference on the final drive.
Plus that terrible turnover for a touchdown that
Right.
broke the thing open too. I would not count them out. And I think it's too early to say Rams are done. It's too early. A lot of people walked in today and said, "Yeah, Rams are done."
Yeah, I agree with
It's
you.
early.
It's too early, but I do think that if they don't get good news on either Puka or Cooper Kupp has to come back in the next month, and if they don't have either one of them, I think they're doomed.
But what if Cooper Kupp is back this week? I don't think that's impossible. I've not heard anything to the contrary. Have you?
So what about the other way? What if, just a question, what if Cooper Kupp is done for 6 weeks or is done for the year?
Tyler Johnson, baby.
No.
let's roll.
What do you? What? Let's take it further. What do you do with Cooper Kupp at that point? You have an out. The Rams have an out next year in this offseason off of Cooper Kupp. Do you bring him back if he is done this year?
I don't think.
You're saying if he's done for the year?
If he's done for the year, do you bring him back next year?
The price has to be right. You don't pay him like a guy who won the Triple Crown in 2021, or was it 22 that he did that? I can't remember.
2022.
Yeah, 2022. That's what they went.
I
to
don't
the Super
think he's
Bowl.
that guy anymore.
But because in 2025
I
he's
don't know.
owed 12.5. In
Look at his
2026
week 1. He had
he's
12 catches.
I mean, that's
14.
Oh, 14. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, but
he's not done.
Well, but is he going to be one of these guys that's just injured for the rest of his career?
Okay, I understand.
He missed like 5-6 games last year.
I totally understand the focus on this, but we've already got Cooper Kupp out for the season and being cut by the Rams next year.
No, nobody's saying
no.
that.
Based on one bad, based on a bum ankle.
We are asking a question because it's possible.
I know it's totally possible.
Yeah.
I said it's not an unreasonable subject, but I just think we're leaping ahead to multiple conclusions.
Well, nobody's
You're
making
saying
any conclusions.
first he's going to be
We're
out for the
saying-
year.
we're
Second, they're going to
specula-
get rid of him.
We're speculating if he is out for an extended period of time, can the Rams survive that? And I would argue, without Puka Nacua, the answer is no.
2-2 Atwell, baby.
Yeah, 5'9", 2-2 Atwell.
Tell you what, that guy.
He made a nice catch
One of the
yesterday.
fastest guys in the league. 2-2 Atwell.
Yeah, but there's a reason he hasn't been able to crack the lineup yet.
That's why Tyler Johnson's playing.
By the way,
over
can
him.
you imagine
That's
not
why-
cracking this line?
I know.
If you can't make it here,
Right,
you can't
Jordan
make it
Whittington
anywhere.
has already
it's the
moved up
opposite of New York.
Jordan Whittington's actually moved on the depth chart, I think, above Tutu Atwell. And that it's Whittington.
He is higher on the depth
Johnson,
Yes.
DeMarcus Robinson.
Those are your three.
Those are your three. And then Tutu's there.
And it's Colby Parkinson for your tight end.
Yeah, Colby Parkinson looks good. They don't throw him the ball much, but he looks good. They got him from Seattle.
They need him to block. You have no offensive line.
We get Alaric Jackson back this week. We got our starting left tackle back this week. That's a gigantic deal. Honestly, if they had Alaric Jackson, they would have beat Detroit.
Maybe. I'll give you that. But also, I'll give
Aiden
you
Hutchinson was constantly coming over
Did you see what Aiden Hutchinson just did?
Yeah.
Did you see what Aiden Hutchinson
I
did?
know,
To everybody.
but the reality is, if you stopped them half the time, the
Greg,
Rams would have won
Detroit
the game.
lost,
No, I know they did, but
Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson had a forced fumble and he had
I
four
think
and
he
a
had
half
four
sacks.
sacks. Yeah, 4
and a half.
plus. Okay.
Yeah. So he was, but also what I'm going to say is, I'm actually impressed that you're still being completely here with your team. You're sticking with your team, unlike some people when they don't think they have a quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, all the Raider fans are getting super surly.
Oh, yeah.
I may need a new team. The Raider fans are being a-holes like Raider fans are.
Sure.
We're Raider fans.
Why? What are they doing?
No, like
Ireland?
Raider Rubin is arguing. I'm very close to pulling a Michelle Salmon.
What is that?
Find a new team.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
Well, the Rams are
So
open
you're
for
gonna
business.
you're gonna listen to fans. That's another reason why. Like you stick with the Raiders no matter what. That's what we keep trying to get
Well,
to.
here it
No
is.
matter
Somebody
what.
said Ireland is a Raider fan, and Raider Rubin responds with this: "F no, he ain't. He ain't welcome. Unless he's on a payroll, we know he'd be the biggest homer, and they could do no wrong. Raider Nation don't claim him. He's not
Wow.
wrong. If I can't criticize the Raiders and these sycophants like Raider Rubin are just, we're going 17-0 every year, and that's it. Why would I want to be with these guys?
See, but at the same time, it's not so much that
Brian,
you
how's
did
the
that.
Chargers looking 2-0, right?
Well, that's because of that. It's because of that.
But,
It's that,
hey,
John.
Brian, were you a Chargers fan last year?
Oh, I was. My
Did
whole
you
life.
stick with him?
Oh, of course, baby.
Of course. The fact is that you said we for the Chargers.
Yeah,
you
maybe
said
I
we
just-
for other teams.
I don't think you're.
that's why we.
I
wanted-
think you do
got
need
mad.
another team. I think you
do
need
too.
another team.
I do too.
I don't think-
We'll do like Smallman did. I'll spend the next few weeks
Yes,
Ireland's a
I
free
love the
agent.
Roses.
Just join the Rams.
I know. You know, you
I
should.
was a Ram fan growing up.
You should
before I became a Raider
join all
fan.
your friends over at the Chargers and give us
I
all
might.
the Chargers
We'll
guests.
take you on.
I'm
Come
not
on.
here.
I might. Okay, man. It's right now. It'll
Oh,
be.
that is
it'll
the
be
worst
2-0.
heel turn of all
Can you
time.
imagine going from a Raider fan to a Charger fan?
That's
Oh,
God.
that'd be fun.
It's blasphemy. It's
That'd be-
complete blasphemy.
Oh, that'd be fun.
We're gonna fight even more now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. One more time.
Panda!
Thank you.
I like that joke.
I love that joke. I totally dig that. All right. Coming up next, the coolest stat from the weekend. It involves a rookie wide receiver, and there's a quarterback switch at Michigan. USC plays Michigan on Saturday.
Yeah,
We'll get
and
into
Greg,
that
we need
coming
you
up.
to make a phone call and find out how we pronounce the kid's name who is starting for Michigan against USC this Saturday. Look that up, and you'll see why we're asking.
O-R-J-I.
No, O-R-G-I, isn't it?
No, J. O-R-J-I.
Orhi.
No,
Now
I
that's-
think it's,
I
I
was
think it's
thinking
pronounced-
Orhi.
I think it's pronounced Orgy.
I mean, I hope it is.
I mean, it's great if it's pronounced
Be
orgy.
great. Makes for a fun segment.
It does make for a fun segment.
Orgy.
Orgy. We'll find out. Call Michigan and find out.
Right.
How
Laura,
do you
you're
say
on it.
Yeah, Laura, get on that. Mesa in Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about my buddy Jacob Imrani. So let's say you were driving to a friend's house this weekend, or you're heading down to San Diego or out to the desert or whatever it is, and you're injured in a car accident that wasn't your fault. What should you do? I mean, how many times do I have to say this? Call Jacob. He and his team are going to offer a free consultation, so you got nothing to lose by calling and explaining your situation. Jacob starts working with you. You can move on with your life. He and his team are going to handle everything, including getting you a doctor or a specialist or whatever you need to get you the compensation that you deserve. I got to tell you this. Over the years, I have had lots of friends of mine that were in accidents, and I was in one. And the first thing everybody did was call Jacob. If you're in an accident, Uber, Lyft, commercial vehicle, slip and fall, any kind of personal injury, only one name to remember. That is Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. There are a lot of attorneys out there, but you want one who is respected. Jacob Imrani is the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
What a hack. CallJacob.com, the real deal. And remember to follow Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob. And when you call Jacob, make sure you tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN LA sent you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Coming up today at 4 p.m.
It's the LA Afternoon Takeover with
number, but I don't usually answer the phone when I don't know who's calling.
Yeah, right.
But for some reason, I don't know why, I decide I'm going to answer the phone, you know? So I answer the phone, I'm like, hello, because that's the way I answer the phone. So, George, how do you answer the phone?
Hello.
Just that simple? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
How about you, DeAndre?
I say, what's going on?
What's going on? I like when some people answer the phone with their name.
Scott Kaplan.
But I answer the phone like this. I go,
Hello.
It doesn't matter who it is. And it doesn't matter. And usually when I don't know the number, when you answer the phone like that, a lot of times it'll freak people out and they're like, I don't know what this guy's deal is. And they hang up on you, you know?
Sedano and Cap every weekday after Mason and Ireland
on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and I want to talk about my friend Avner Gatt, a public adjuster. Now, many of you guys have asked me, why Avner Gatt? What makes his team so unique at handling insurance claims? So let me tell you something. I've been working with Avner and his team for a while. I can tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work.
Calling all tradespeople, maintenance, and facilities pros. DeWalt is hooking up you and a teammate with 2 tickets to the Rams home opener versus the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday the 22nd, plus a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. Just snap a pic of you and your team working hard on the job site and post it on @ESPN Los Angeles Facebook and Instagram with hashtag #MyDeWalt One lucky fan will score 2 tickets to the Rams vs 49ers and a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
$256 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGatt.com. AVNERGAT. AvnerGatt.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gatt and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gatt says, hello.
Hey, it's Mason. Football is back. The Commerce Casino and Hotel is your new place for Monday Night Football. We've teamed up with Commerce. Monday Night Football happening all season starting September 9th. Food and drink specials, all kinds of giveaways, even athlete appearances. Go to CommerceCasino.com for details. Of course, you can always hit the tables before or after the game for some great poker. When you think Monday Night Football, think Commerce Casino.
Got to be 21 to play. Play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgambling.ca.gov.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when intended to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Color Collection.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
You don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Oh, there she is. So the most annoying NFL reference to Taylor Swift ever happened last night during Sunday Night Football. Did you see it?
Somebody named Taylor was standing next to somebody named Swift?
No, it was actually a split screen.
Oh, okay.
Tory Taylor was standing over there, and DeAndre Swift was standing over there, and they put him in a split screen so it said Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift wasn't at the game. It didn't involve Kansas City. What the hell?
Why do you get worked up over the
I'm
fact
a Swiftie.
that
I love Taylor Swift. I've seen her in concert twice.
All things
I
Taylor
don't understand
Swift.
why during Sunday Night Football we're inflicted or we're going with Taylor Swift. She has no relation to the game whatsoever.
Yeah, but who cares?
But
I can
they're
tell
not
you,
doing it with anybody else.
I'll give you the exact reason
Okay, why?
I'm sitting there watching Sunday Night Football
Yeah.
with my girlfriend Jean.
Yeah.
Guess what? She goes, "Oh my God, look at that! What you did? That's so cool." That's what it's for, right
So
there.
it's for your
somebody.
girlfriend.
No, somebody. People
Somebody
that
who isn't going to watch the game
doesn't like
normally.
football.
But it has
She's
nothing
watching
to do
football
with
because she's
Taylor
watching
Swift.
it with
has-
me.
Taylor Swift is at a different stadium at a different game.
It doesn't
None of
matter.
Travis Kelce isn't playing in this game. Why
You're
the hell
just
do we have
a
a Taylor?
hater.
You are.
I am
It's
the
for-
only Swiftie on the show.
Yes.
I have seen her twice. I know her songs.
Because you're not understanding. It's
I
for
don't-
other people.
I
It's
know,
not
but
for you.
It
It's not
doesn't
for you.
matter. It has no relationship to Taylor Swift.
No,
Last night's Sunday
it's
Night
for the
Football
people
game.
watching
Oh,
that
God.
like Taylor
That's-
Swift
it's-
and are
I
not
don't-
normally football fans.
I'm to the point where I don't mind when they show her. It's totally fine with she's partying with Britney or
Do
whatever
this too.
she's
Get
doing.
over this one too.
No, I'm not getting over this one. I think it has to be a Kansas City game for you to do a bunch of Taylor Swift stuff. I
It
just
said
think
Taylor
that's
and
reasonable.
Swift. It made
I'd
sense.
put her in
Reasonable.
the booth right next to Tom Brady.
If it was
what the hell?
if it was a Kansas City game, sure, but not at the Bears Texans game.
I think we should put her in the booth with John and Michael at a
Oh,
Laker game.
That'd be unbelievable.
Beautiful. Think she'd do it?
Maybe.
Do you think you can get her on the show? She's like one of the greatest
Laura,
musical artists
time for you
of
to work
her
into that.
generation.
Remember earlier in the show when we got that call during Sports Graffiti and I said until the Lakers announce they've signed Christian Coloco,
Yeah.
I would wait.
Yes.
They just announced they've signed Christian Coloco. Do you think those two things are related, Greg? Do you think when I went on the air and said, I'm not going to get excited until the Lakers announce it, and then less than an hour later they announce it?
Yes, they're very much related. And also, you can't be too excited because it is a two-way contract. So
Well, I think that's the only
all they
place
have
had,
available?
They waived a guy named Blake Hinson.
Yeah.
Everybody else is under. All their regular spots are taken.
Two-way players don't typically play.
Austin
very
Reeves was
often.
a two-way player once.
Yeah, does not play. So was Alex Caruso, I believe.
Yeah.
But they don't play a lot. is what
So
I'm saying.
I want to get this right. Do you think that because you said the Lakers hadn't made an announcement,
No, I'm totally
they
kidding.
just made an announcement?
No, I'm totally
The
kidding.
announcement
it's
came out.
true.
I think the announcement came out 9 minutes ago. Is that possible?
1:30 is when.
1:30 on the dot,
Yeah.
and you talked about it at 1:15.
You think I'm causing? There's a cause and effect here.
Correct. Yes.
I'm causing
I
things
think
to move.
We are
Yeah,
listened to
I
in the
doubt-
halls of Lakers headquarters.
I can assure you we are not.
I think that plays in
They're
everybody's
listening- they're
office
listening to
simultaneously.
someone else.
No, they are listening. Wait a minute. You say they listen to other stations
Yeah.
at the Lakers headquarters?
Yeah.
What? Why?
Jeannie goes
We're
on with Pethridge and
they're
Reddy
our
3
partner.
times a year.
I know, that's so hacky. What the hell is she
But
doing?
I'm just telling
I know, but why is she going on another station? We're the
Because
partner.
she's an adult and she gets to make her
Well,
own decisions.
She's an adult and she's ignoring where she gets her money.
You
All right.
realize that she doesn't come on this station because of people like you.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not going to suck up to her like everybody else does.
Right.
Everybody sucks
I don't
up
know
to
what
me.
Well, that'll
Patrick
keep
and
that
Money
from
do,
happening.
though.
Yeah.
But no, Coloco, and by the way, so here's a little background on him. Played at U of A, Arizona for 3 years, averaged 12.7 rebounds and 3 blocks in 25 minutes. He was named Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, the league's most improved player, and first team all-conference. So hopefully if he can recapture that, give the Lakers some defense, let Anthony Davis play some 4, there you go.
Yeah.
He might be able to help.
Okay.
Hope so.
I wanted to do one more. I found this. Greg, I think, found this stat, or somebody did. I don't know.
Sounds
The Marvin Harrison Jr. thing. So, by the way, the
Oh,
only
it's
good
great.
thing that
Yeah,
came out of yesterday,
see?
my fantasy football team is just rocking.
Yeah, there you go.
I haven't even played my quarterback. I'm up 66-15 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to lose tonight. I'm up by 6, but I'm done, and the other guy has Saquon Barkley and somebody else.
Yeah,
so
no,
I'm
you're stuck
dead.
there. In a blowout win over the Rams, boo, Cardinals wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. became the first rookie with at least 4 catches and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter of a game since, any guess?
First rookie?
First rookie.
I'm guessing it's Odell Beckham.
No, first rookie, at least 4 catches, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter of a game since his dad, Marvin Harrison, in 1996.
Way. Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah, that is actually really cool.
That's great.
I still question whether that first one was a catch. Did you think that was a catch?
I did not.
They never even showed it back very much.
Yeah, I thought he was out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought he was out of bounds also. Not that it would have made a difference in the game, but honestly, I did. And for my fantasy team, I hated it because all day long I'm watching James Conner score. He scored a touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. scored.
What happened?
Breaking news.
Oh, God.
Rams safety John Johnson suffered a hairline fracture.
Sorry about that.
Why did you play that in the middle of his read?
Just accidentally went off. Go ahead and repeat
John
the story.
Johnson expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks heading to injured reserve.
Heading to injured reserve.
And he was one of the better defensive backs. It's just they've got too many injuries this year.
It's just a bad year. It's just an injured-riddled year. You can't do anything about it. It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Brutal.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Jeez, what are you supposed to do? What do you do now?
You got to play.
Yeah, you got to play.
You just got to get...
Okay, can we have a real conversation? I know you guys don't normally like this conversation.
What conversation?
At what point, it doesn't have to be right now, at what point do you say, just give up on the season and try and get a draft pick? Honestly, it's a real question.
It's not. At 0-2, it's not a real question.
No, I said not right
we
now.
Got 15
at what
games
point?
to go.
At
well, Greg,
what
they
point?
They were 3-6 last year when they turned their season around.
Yes.
So it has to be worse than
10 wins.
Yeah.
Last year they had 10 wins after going 3-6.
Right. You can't expect to do that year in and year out.
But I'm never going to concede the season
ever. So if you're 0-6, you're not conceding the season.
I'm not conceding the season.
You want to get earlier at that point.
No,
you don't want to be. You don't want to be 3, 4, 5
Here's
wins.
why I don't concede the season. Because I got 3 home games in December that I have paid for, and they're going to be meaningful whether the Rams like it or not. I paid a lot of money. By the way, a lot of people are like, "You're getting paid by the Rams." I'm like, it's the exact opposite. I'm paying the Rams for those season tickets.
Well, it doesn't mean you still can't have fun at the games, but if they keep getting these injuries, it's just going to be really hard for them.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear on Cooper Kupp. We should probably hear something. If there was news on John Johnson III, then probably there's Cooper Kupp news on the way. He left the game yesterday, and it looked like he wanted to come back in at one point. He was like,
tried.
And by the way, I also thought, what was the point of having Stafford out there at the end of the game? What are you doing?
That was so weird.
Why have him out at the end of a game?
It's a
You're
good
down
question.
41 to whatever.
So he can learn to hand the ball off to Blake Corum in a real situation.
But, and I don't think that's even a real situation for
He
Blake
might have
Corum.
insisted to stay in. You never know.
Yeah, that's...
But at some point you say, no, we have all these injuries. Why are we going to even risk you getting in?
Well, and my thought on Cooper Kupp was when he wanted to come back in, if I was Sean McVay, I would have said, no, this game, no, go get well for next week. We got a game next week.
Yeah, it was a weird decision. You should ask him about it on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're going to. Absolutely. All right. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is, yes, it's Alex Orji, the new quarterback for Michigan. Alex Orji.
O-R-J-I, right?
Yes, and it is pronounced. We've checked it.
Orji.
Good for him.
Yeah, I like that name. All right, coming up next for you, can do some What's Up, Fool. Bergman's got stuff. Laura's got stuff. Brian's got stuff. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Oh, time to tell you about ZipRecruiter. If you are hiring, it takes up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job. You don't have that kind of time. Right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. They don't leave anything to chance. They use powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. How quick? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So speed up your hiring process with ZipRecruiter. Try that website and use it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Don't miss Travis Lee.
Live from LA Live.
Friends, bro. I'm not yelling, I'm informing.
Calling all tradespeople, maintenance, and facilities pros. DeWalt is hooking up you and a teammate with 2 tickets to the Rams home opener versus the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday the 22nd, plus a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. Just snap a pic of you and your team working hard on the job site and post it on @ESPN Los Angeles Facebook and Instagram with hashtag #MyDeWalt One lucky fan will score 2 tickets to the Rams vs. 49ers and a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
Self-wicking fabric?
No, I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there. Come on.
Weekdays at 9 a.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Hey, John Ireland here, going through a life change, whether you're downsizing, inherited a home, or ready for a change. Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer. 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
This is the Rams Report, presented by ZipRecruiter. Here's Travis Rogers.
For the first time in the Sean McVay era, the Los Angeles Rams are 0-2 after the first 2 weeks of the season after a very lopsided 41-10 loss to the Arizona Cardinals at State Farm Stadium. Really, nothing went right for the Rams at all, including an injury to Cooper Kupp that knocked him out of the game towards the end of the first half. He did not return for the second half, still waiting on an update on his status for the San Francisco game coming up this weekend. It was all Arizona, and it was all Kyler Murray. 17 out of 21 for 266 yards and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions along the way. He also ran for 59 yards, and after a very quiet debut in Buffalo a week ago, Marvin Harrison Jr., the 4th overall pick in the NFL draft, exploded. 4 carries, 4 receptions for 130 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. Up next for the Rams, the San Francisco 49ers. With Monday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
That's today's Rams Report, presented by ZipRecruiter. And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon. Don't forget Monday Night Football, 3 o'clock with Sedano and Cappy at Commerce Casino. Now this week, so there's not another Sedano blowout, we're going to broadcast live in the casino, right in front of the tent. So you can come out and watch the show. Great giveaways, great food, great drink specials. You can get a Sedano sling. I plan to drink a few Sedano slings today. That's this afternoon, Commerce Casino with Sedano and Cap broadcasting live from Monday Night Football. Right now, though, more of the fellas. Mason and Ireland on Monster Monday afternoon, right now.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's Mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, thanks, Brian Cranston. So, I love saying that, by the way. That's a really fun thing to say. Thanks, Brian Cranston. So we know that Bryce Young was benched for Andy Dalton in Carolina. And everybody kind of feels that Bryce Young is a bust, one of the worst first-round, number 1 overall picks ever. But Steve Weish says this from the NFL Network. He says to bench Bryce Young, especially with head coach Dave Canales saying Andy Dalton gives the Panthers the best chance to win, means there's no longer a process of development. The process lays more with the overall team and culture. You can't get buy-in from the other 52 players if they don't believe in the quarterback and the team sticking by him. To bench a quarterback you knew needed development by a coach brought in to develop him is still perplexing. What's the plan? Do you agree with Weish?
I would play Bryce Young because
Why not?
Yeah.
You've
what do you
got
have to
so
lose?
much tied up in Bryce Young.
Yeah, and you might as well see if he can come around and develop him. I think the owner got involved.
If Andy Dalton is the answer, I have no idea what the question is. They are, I mean, honestly, you've invested a lot in Bryce Young. You certainly want to know by the end of this season if there's hope there or if
And
it's
right now
time
he
to
has
move
no
on.
trade value.
Yeah, no value at all. I'd have him out there playing every game and hope he rounds into some kind of form.
And if he doesn't and he stink, then you get a number 1 overall pick again and can go out and get Shador Sanders like Ireland wants.
Like Ireland wants, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't want him, so he can go to Carolina.
Yeah, he can go to Carolina. Got it, yeah.
What's up, Foo?
Well, one thing on follow up on there, I saw this morning that Jamarcus Russell was trending, and he was being compared, Bryce Young, as now the worst bust in the NFL as
really?
overtaking Jamarcus Russell.
I don't know.
Is it too soon to, call him that after one season, or the fact that they're benching him, is that kind of like they're giving up
That's
on
a
him?
fair question. I'm reviewing Jamarcus Russell's career.
He
How many
was
games did he
really,
actually play?
Really bad.
Both first overall picks.
Started 31 games. I'm sorry, started 25 games. 18 touchdowns, 23 interceptions. Yeah, 3 years. He had 3 cracks at it. They gave him 3
he had a
years.
longer rope. Jamarcus Russell had a longer rope. That's why I would play Bryce Young for the rest of this
Yeah, I
year.
would
If he
too.
doesn't work out, then I'd catch bait on him.
Yeah, I would actually let's see what's there. I would just let it go out there and play and hope that he turns into something.
What's up, Foo?
So the what's up, fool here is, we know we talk about the announcer jinx every now and then. Well, how about a player calling his own number? So over this last weekend, Heliot Ramos for the Giants was the first right-handed hitter ever to hit the ball.
Yeah, that surprised me.
Right.
To do a splash landing
hit.
into McCovey Cove in San Francisco.
Right. That first is very, very much true. Like, I saw that, I was like, I have to double check. Is this real? Like, the first one ever? The thing that was surprising, last week there was an interview. He called it himself. I want to be the first one ever to hit one into the first right-handed
really?
to ever hit a splash hit.
He Babe Ruthed it.
Right. So what do you think about that? Is there believing in yourself, and then how surprising is that stat that no right-handers hit it out there?
I mean, I got to be honest. The more you believe in yourself, the better you do. I mean, you've got to have that belief that you can do it, and I do believe in manifesting. And if this guy's saying I'm going to be the one to do it, I actually think there's something to that. Do you, Ireland?
Yeah, and the one thing that's interesting about that is I'm surprised an opposing player didn't do it. You know, like Aaron Judge hits a lot of home runs to right field. I mean, he doesn't play a lot in San Francisco, but he has played there.
Yep.
And that stadium's been open for 24 years. Mookie hits opposite field home runs sometimes. I mean, it's to me, I'm surprised no one's done it until now.
That's really, really tough. You got to go. It's a high wall over to get in the water, especially from the right side. It's very difficult. By the way, McCovey Cove Dave is the guy that's going around those waters out there.
Yeah, in the boats.
In the boats. He says he wouldn't give up the historic splash hit ball back to the Giants after he says recent negotiations didn't go well, but he'd give it to Cooperstown. It's my most precious ball. I worked over 20 years for it.
So he's going to give it to Cooperstown.
He's going to give it to Cooperstown, but he doesn't want to give it to the Giants because he has some high sense of self about trolling the waters.
Well, I mean,
it
he
seems
is
a little,
putting it at Cooperstown, which is cool. He's not like trying to sell it on eBay.
But why would does Cooperstown want a ball?
Sure.
From a right side? I don't know. That doesn't seem like a very for the Giants. I see why it means something. For Cooperstown, like, who cares?
I've never understood the obsession with these home run balls.
They're valuable,
right? But they make an announcement at the beginning of every game saying the Dodgers are happy to have you keep any ball hit into the stands during the course of a game. Well, obviously that's not true, because every time somebody hits a significant home run, they all want the ball back.
True. But you all kind of want to give
what
the ball
I would
back,
say.
What
I would say if I were the Giants is that guy picked up the ball. It's his. He can do what he wants with it.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to send to Cooperstown, that's fine. I don't think he's got necessarily any obligation. Although, does the hitter want the ball?
He probably does.
Because that's the one I would say. All right, well, you hit the home run. I'll give it to you for signed jerseys and whatever else.
Yeah, like to be the first Giant to do and the first ever to do it at Giant Stadium, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Cooperstown. I just don't see why that matters to Cooperstown.
Oh, you've been to Cooperstown?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
amazing.
they do
they've
exhibits all the time
Yeah,
with
but
stuff
that's
like
a
that.
dumb
They
exhibit.
got Babe Ruth's jockstrap in a
See, that's, sure, that works, though. That was like something that he wore. Babe Ruth is a legend.
Yes.
Elliot Ramos is not.
What's up, Foo?
Well then, okay, guys. So, I lost my tweet, but I'll go with something else.
Oh, did you complain today?
Actually, I have not complained.
Okay.
I did do a complaining Instagram post and tagged you on
Congratulations.
Saturday. But you didn't see it.
I did not see it. No.
Yes, you did not.
No.
So today, not this one. So today is National Choose Your Chocolate Day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big chocolate person, which it surprises people. But what is your favorite chocolate?
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
Isn't dark chocolate better for you?
I don't
Cacao?
like dark
Yes.
chocolate. I was at Juan's mom's house, and they had 100% cacao chocolate.
Dark chocolate?
It was awful. It's inedible, I think. The higher the what do they call that? What makes it dark? The higher the cacao or whatever.
I don't know.
Cacao.
The higher the cacao, the less good it tastes. So
But it's better for you.
I like plain old-fashioned milk chocolate. And white
'Cause you're a
chocolate.
child.
White chocolate is a scam. Let's
White
face it.
chocolate is a scam.
White chocolate is a scam.
In what
That's
way?
not. Well, it's not chocolate. It's
Oh.
white. Do you think white chocolate is chocolate?
I've never
No.
spent 5 seconds singing about it until right now.
I've obsessed over it every Easter. I'm like, white chocolate. Who are they kidding? That's
But
not
it's Scotch.
chocolate. All right. So anyway, I'm a milk chocolate guy. In Ireland, you're a.
Milk chocolate is easy, but this diet I'm on, I've been off of processed sugar for 3 weeks now.
Nice.
I don't miss it.
I'm making up for it.
Yeah,
for
good.
you.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody
I had a
is.
good weekend.
Did you now?
I had carrot cake on Friday. I had carrot cake on Saturday.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I had a breakdown over the weekend.
What's up, Foo?
I got another one here for you guys. So, Steelers won. They're 2-0.
Yeah.
The interesting thing after
I don't
the
know
game,
how Mike Tomlin keeps doing it.
right?
It's amazing.
So, Russell Wilson was given what they call a petty game ball because apparently Tomlin has this tradition where if you beat your opposing team, you will get a game
One
ball.
of your old
Former
teams.
team,
Yeah, former teams. Do you like this, even though that he's not playing? And it's kind of weird, right? They have a quarterback controversy kind of brewing up.
It's so weird. I don't understand giving him the game ball in that situation. And by the way, I think Justin Fields should be the quarterback for the Pittsburgh
I do
Steelers.
too.
I do not think they should go to Russell Wilson.
And I think the game ball thing comes off as weird.
It does come off as weird.
And
I guess there were 3 other guys got
There
game
were,
balls,
yeah.
that played against their former team. So it's like a thing he does. So whatever. But I would not remove Justin Fields from the starting role.
I wouldn't, especially when you're 2-0.
Yeah, exactly. Is that
What's
it?
up, Foo?
I have one.
Okay,
so
Laura.
I found the tweet.
Okay.
Just kind of piggybacking on Greg's "What's up, fool?"
Okay.
It says Justin Field is balling, Sam Darnold is balling, Baker Mayfield is balling, Malik Willis is balling, and Geno Smith is balling. Maybe, just maybe, coaching matters because we've seen all these guys, and we kind of were like, we don't know what they're going to be like, but under a different coaching staff or a different team, they're doing great.
Right.
So maybe that's just something that Bryce Young might have to go through too. Don't you guys agree?
Yeah, I mean,
But he's got a new coach this year. So they're already trying a second coach on him. So
Maybe different team.
becoming a successful quarterback, especially at the beginning of your career, is you've got to be at the right place at the right time. Right coach, right offensive coordinator, right system. All that stuff has to line up. And like you mentioned, Sam Darnold, right?
Right.
This is the first time it feels like Sam Darnold has seized a starter's job and actually looks like a guy that's going to play quarterback for the year and play really, really well.
yeah, and I don't know if just changing the coach is going to fix Bryce Young.
No.
It could help. Like if you put Bryce Young with Sean McVay, he'd
Yeah.
be better.
Sure.
But would he be good enough to make a difference? I don't know.
No.
Yeah, don't know. All right, that's
All right,
it.
That's it.
Coming
Coming up next for you, who won the weekend? We will each give our pick for the one player in any sport who carried the day. It doesn't actually even have to be a player. One coach, one player. We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Cappy, you'd be a decent agent.
Hey, thanks, man. I mean, look, it would be awfully
You should
hard.
be DeAndre's agent. So DeMarco trains him.
Hey,
you'd be his
football
agent.
fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. If you listen to the Mason and Ireland show, you know I love my poker. I love the action and the adrenaline rush of wrapping my arms around a big pot I've just won and sliding it to my stack of the winnings. But poker isn't really poker unless you're playing at Commerce Casino and Hotel. The Commerce is the only place I play poker, largest poker room in the world with the best poker action in Southern California, and there's always a seat for you at the Commerce, maybe next to me. The poker action never ends at Commerce, which is why this year alone, the Commerce Casino will pay out over $20 million in jackpots. Don't forget, great food, friendly staff, daily tournaments, and the poker experience you're looking for. The Commerce Casino is located 6131 Telegraph Road in Commerce. For more information and a calendar of events, visit commercecasino.com. That's commercecasino.com, and I will see all you guys at the Commerce.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon. Don't forget Monday Night Football, 3 o'clock with Sedano and Cappy at Commerce Casino. Now this week, so there's not another Sedano blowout, we're going to broadcast live in the casino, right in front of the tent. So you can come out and watch the show. Great giveaways, great food, great drink specials. You can get a Sedano sling. I plan to drink a few Sedano slings today. That's this afternoon, Commerce Casino with Sedano and Cap broadcasting live from Monday Night Football. Right now, though, more of the fellas. Mason and Ireland on Monster Monday afternoon. Right now.
What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Great Marvin Gaye there. Mason and Ireland, what is up? It is Monday. Rams got blown out yesterday. Very, very disappointing, and may have lost Cooper Kupp. We have no update on Cooper Kupp. The only thing we know is that it looked like an ankle, and he left in a walking boot yesterday. So we have no update on that. The Rams are going to look to bounce back against the 49ers. Well, that should be easy. All right, let's see. Who won the weekend? We do this every Monday now. Who won the weekend? Who jumps out at you, Brian?
There was two guys that really did. Both quarterbacks, but I'm going to go with one, and that's Derek Carr and the Saints.
Very
I feel
good
like
call.
he is back.
Absolutely
he is
on my list.
Nobody really thought too much for the Saints and beat the Cowboys this week after, impressive win week one.
See, I think it was another quarterback. Not that Derek Carr didn't have a great weekend, but I think Sam Darnold won the weekend.
Sam Darnold won the weekend.
That was my other one.
Yeah, nobody gave them a chance to beat the Niners.
Nope.
And not only did he beat him, he played good again. I think he had like a 95-yard touchdown pass to Justin. I'm just happy. He's a good guy. I'm happy for him. Seems to have rebuilt his career in Minnesota, and good for him.
Yeah. What do you think, Bergman?
So mine is a guy named Cam Taylor-Britt.
Okay.
He is a cornerback for the Cincinnati Bengals, and he had the most ridiculous
the
one-handed
interception!
interception
Oh, it's a
that I
great
have
interception.
ever seen. I know it was a loss because Cincinnati lost, but that was such an amazing interception. It was very
Odell Beckham-esque.
Yeah, but on defense.
Yeah,
so
on defense.
which they're not known for catching at all.
That's a great call. I like that.
It was a really, really great catch.
All right. Laura?
All right, so I had 3 different people, 3 different sports.
Only one.
I know. So I'm going to go with the Oscar because he's the one, for me, that gave me my weekend back since every team I go for lost. And I feel like his home run, then having Edmund go back and then Muncy go back kind of saved my weekend yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who is it?
The Oscar.
Okay.
Hernandez. Teo.
Teo
Teo.
Hernandez.
Yeah,
Got it.
The Oscar is how you say it.
He didn't know who you're talking about.
Oh,
No, I
JK.
didn't. I couldn't understand what was being said. All right, so mine is, and I think he would have been beaten any team in the league yesterday. He had a perfect quarterback rating, 158.3 is as high as you can go. Kyler Murray. Would you not agree that he would have beaten any team in the league yesterday?
I don't know. He wasn't that good against Buffalo the week before. So I think a lot of it had to do with how, for whatever reason, lackluster the Ram defense was.
You think it was the defense? I think it was
I don't
Kyler
think the
Murray
Rams-
just being
I
great.
agree with Sean McVay when he said after the game there is nothing good we can
I
take
agree.
out of this game.
I agree.
We just played terrible. So I think it had
Both sides of the ball, everything
right.
went
So
wrong.
I think it had as much to do with the bad Ram defense as it did with good play by Kyler Murray. He played well, but the Rams just didn't show up yesterday.
The other thing I thought was interesting was last year Kyron Williams had, I think he had a 153, 143, 153 the last time they played in Arizona, and they could not run the ball yesterday. They tried to go at it with Kyron Williams, and Arizona was locked and loaded, and they were not going to let him run the football, and they're down on weapons, wide receiver weapons, so I think they were in a hole all day long. And, of course, Marvin Harrison Jr. broke the game open at the start of the game, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Can I give one other guy?
Yeah, sure.
Come on, can we give some love to Gardner Minshew?
Yeah,
who was
sure.
absolutely,
He was
absolutely
unbelievable.
fantastic against the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, and
Beat the
guys
Ravens.
like me have been ripping him, saying that guy should not be a starting quarterback, and he looked every
And I
bit
was
like a
saying-
starting quarterback yesterday. If he plays like that, the Raiders can have a 500 season.
All
for sure.
you had to do was get the ball to Brock Bowers and Devontae Adams, and he did just that.
31 of 38.
Yep, and he was for 276 yards. Thank you very much, Gardner Minshew. You did what you're supposed to do.
You had another number you threw at me in our meeting. Minshew.
Oh, you had a Minshew stat.
He's the leader in pass completion percentage in all of football,
The NFL,
and he's also second in passing yards. Second,
Ireland. First in completion percentage, second in passing yards.
I said from the word go, I dared Gardner Minshew to prove me wrong. I thought they're going without a quarterback. They've got a career backup. They're just plugging him in there. You said they were tanking.
Yeah. By the way, and I think they could wind up in tank mode. I'm not buying all the. I think that's a 6 or 7 win team probably.
He shut me up. Gardner Minshew shut me up. I'm not going to rip a guy that plays that good. He's just too good.
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you rip him for?
Yeah, well, I mean, he did everything right.
Right.
And by the way, that game was up for grabs at the end, and he outplayed Lamar Jackson in the fourth quarter. Now, nobody is saying that they'd rather have Gardner Minshew than Lamar Jackson, but when the chips were down, he outplayed him. He was the better quarterback for one day yesterday. So give him a chance.
Gents, also, Mace,
Yes.
do I have to pick an NFL?
No.
Okay, good. Because I was like, if I did, Marvin Harrison Jr. would have been my guy.
Anybody. It can be anybody.
Just because everybody was so down on Harrison Jr.
Yeah, he had a bad first week. They didn't
and
give
then
him
this
the
week
football, but
killed
this
us.
week killed it. Yeah.
But Minshew and also the Raiders. So they're going to have the Panthers next week, John. So they'll be 2-1 most likely.
Where is that game?
At home. That's in Las Vegas.
In Vegas.
In Vegas.
Yeah, they'll win that game.
So 2-1.
So 2-1. Then you have the Browns, who
are really beatable.
They're
the Raiders,
very
the
beatable.
Raiders can beat the Browns.
They can absolutely. Their defense, their offense is
Wait a minute.
horrendous.
So now you've got him 3-1.
Now we got them 3-1. Look,
I said-
this is what I'm
You
saying
gave
here,
up on
Brian.
at the
This
start of
is
the
what
year.
I'm saying,
I did.
Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Then think about this. Then they're at the Broncos, who are bad.
And all of a sudden
4-1.
you're potentially 4-1.
Then you have the Steelers, who have no offense but a very good defense.
they have
but that
easy
could be
teams.
5-1. Then the
Easy
Rams,
road.
if the Rams are bad, that could be
If
6-1.
Gardner Minshew plays like
6-1.
that.
Look at you.
I don't think they're going to be 6-1.
I don't
but
think
if
so either.
But if Gardner
It
Minshew
lines
plays
up.
like that, they have a chance to go 9-8.
No, they can be 6-1. They can be legitimately
You
6-1.
6-1 and then the Rams.
By the way,
did
I
it.
think
No.
that's an overly rosy prediction.
Wait, no,
Maybe.
stop. Just think about it. Panthers win.
Yeah.
That's
Browns.
2-1.
Browns is very
Browns
beatable.
is a jump ball.
That's a jump ball, but I'll take a
50-50.
win.
Yeah.
Broncos, that's
that's
a
a
win.
win.
That's a win. The Steelers, that's a very
That's a
jump
loss.
ball. That's a jump ball
Steelers
type
I
game.
think are very good.
They have a very good defense, just like the Browns, but the Raiders do too. Then it's the Rams, who are not very good right now.
Although
We'll
that's
see.
after the bye week, we could have Puka back. We could have a lot of these guys back after the bye week.
Not and could be
We'll
0-6. So at that point,
It's
it
not.
could be very wide open, and then you have the Chiefs, which you're going to lose.
Yeah.
But by the way, that's 6-1 in the first 7.
And let me throw this into the
Right,
mix.
but
they
again,
actually
overly
play
rosy.
really well against the Chiefs.
They do.
Yeah, they do. They beat them
always
once.
play
There you
well
go,
against
Ireland.
the Chiefs.
7-1. Here we go. All right, 7-1.
Yeah, I don't
Tying
know
that
if they'll
hair
go
now.
7-1, but guys like me who have been crapping on Gardner Minshew and the Raiders' decision to go without a quarterback, and I've been beating that drum louder than anybody, need to shut up because Gardner Minshew shut us up yesterday. He played great.
Yeah.
I mean, he did it on the road in Baltimore.
Yeah.
He wiped out another half of survivor pools everywhere
Yes,
by
he
doing
did.
that,
Yes, he did.
including ours. So, I mean, by the way, Greg, you have the Eagles tonight.
I have
right?
the Eagles tonight, yes.
In the survivor pool,
Yes.
yeah. I have Jalen Hurts tonight in my fantasy team.
So you want them to win, too. You wanted
they're-
me to stay alive.
They're going to
Thank
win.
you.
Jalen Hurts, he
I'm
is
very anxious to see what Kirk Cousins looks like tonight because he did not look normal
No.
in week 1. He couldn't even run. So if he can't run, why wouldn't you play Michael Penix and just put him in there?
It's true.
And
Although you paid him so much money. My God, it's
$100 million.
$100 million,
Yeah.
and you're going to bench the guy after 2 weeks or after 1 week? That's nuts to me.
Well, I mean,
You got to go.
There's
I
a
mean,
lot of guys in the league making a lot of money who are getting benched.
But
that happens a lot.
you've invested an awful lot of money in this guy. You've got to let it roll for a while before you go to Penix. We've seen what the rookie quarterbacks are doing so far this year. Caleb has been terrible. Jaden Daniels has not been good. Bo Nix has been a disaster.
Jaden Daniels has been okay. He won yesterday.
Okay-ish.
Yeah.
I won a mythical money bet on him. 20,000 on him running the ball over 9.5 times. Ran
That's
a
a
10.
good bet.
Yeah,
that's a good bet.
All right, coming up next for you. Do you have anything in your career that you'd like a do-over on? We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710
Calling all
ESPN.
tradespeople, maintenance, and facilities pros. DeWalt is hooking up you and a teammate with 2 tickets. Rams home opener versus the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday the 22nd, plus a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. Just snap a pic of you and your team working hard on the job site and post it on @ESPN Los Angeles Facebook and Instagram with hashtag #MyDeWaltToughTeam. One lucky fan will score 2 tickets to the Rams vs 49ers and a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
611. Real Father's Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a cash offer, no need for repairs. They buy as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close in days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't miss Travis and DeMarco.
It's T. Raj and D. Farr.
You could find some sort of self-wicking fabric.
No, I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there. Come on.
Weekdays at 9 a.m.
On 710 ESPN.
Everyone knows Earl Hershiser has won numerous awards for his performance on the field. But off the field, he's a great humanitarian, a true friend and partner of mine, and a real bulldog when it comes to business.
Baseball taught me to work hard and respect people. Rotolo Chevrolet does both, and that's why I joined the team.
Rotolo Chevrolet has been Dealer of the Year for 12 straight years. Like Oral, we know something about winning.
I believe they call that a dynasty.
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
At GNC, we know motivation can come from anywhere. You could be at the gym, totally focused on yourself and your own goals. You refuse to be gym-intimidated. Maybe you're on a weight loss journey, a new path to change your life. Nothing's gonna stop you. Or maybe you're putting in overtime on those booty goals. No shame in getting those gains round back. You could just be out to prove that when it comes to pickleball, you are a pickle baller. No matter what motivates you, we have the fuel to keep you going. Fuel your fitness at GNC.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Okay, everyone, what did you think of the chocolate bar?
It's too chewy.
Feels kind of chalky.
Too much nougat.
I need to go brush my teeth.
Business is booming for Steph's small marketing research firm.
After all these focus groups, there's only one conclusion. I need more researchers.
And she's way too busy researching
Does this have peanuts?
to waste time researching resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Something amazing is happening in networking. Organizations are scaling with less stress. That's because CDW is designing and implementing intelligent HPE Aruba networking solutions that simplify and secure operations. With automation at the center of your data center, growing pains can be a thing of the past. HPE Aruba Networking and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Aruba.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Know this one, Ireland?
No.
This is Jonas Brothers called Waffle House.
Okay.
No good comes from the Waffle House. That's where all the middle of the night fights are. It is it's Nick Jonas's birthday today, so shouting him out there. Also, I came across this. It's National Guacamole Day. This is like the Shadano and Cap segment of the show. It's National Guacamole Day. I saw that Chipotle now has a brand new robot that will peel an avocado in 26 seconds. So who needs people? You put the avocado in the machine, it's peeled in 26 seconds, and then you're smashing it up for some fresh guacamole at the Chipotle.
Laura, we just had avocados.
We just had avocados.
So how long did it take me to eat that? 27 seconds?
No,
Yeah.
but to peel it.
Okay, but
why do you
we
want to peel
peeled
it?
it out like
'Cause
easy.
You got to peel it to get the stuff out. If you're going to make guacamole, you have to
You
peel
cut it in half, you squeeze it, and it's out.
Or
That's
you
what
scoop it.
No,
Yeah,
you
or
got
you scoop it.
to scoop it. The machine is faster.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm
I just said-
Mexican,
Oh, I will
Mace.
tell- look, you
I will
cannot
do it in
peel
front.
an avocado in
Waste
26
your money,
seconds.
buy a machine,
You
and
cannot,
then I will make a
you will
faster
not be
guacamole.
able
And a
to-
better
no.
one.
And a better one.
What's
exactly.
the time on the it's all over the place. The stories all over the place. The Chipotle machine that does the avocados.
They grabbed him. That's what happened. Because I can probably make it faster and better than the machine.
Exactly. I'm with Laura on this
I'm
one.
like, I'm Mexican, man. I got this done.
New robot can cut, core, and peel an avocado in 26 seconds. You can't do that. You can't cut, core, and peel. You're
No.
not a cut, core, peel guy.
No,
you
the
can't do it.
This is one of those cases where the robot's going to take those jobs.
Yeah, I mean, you're not you. You have no chance of being
You
a
don't
cut,
need
core,
to cut.
peel
You
guy.
just cut and then scoop and then dump.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I
everything's
don't even
already
need a
pre-done.
scoop. You can
Agreed to
just squeeze
disagree.
it out. It all comes
It
out.
has to be ready to be squeezed.
I'll
though.
take the
Yeah.
robots over Bergman and Laura.
Okay.
Bergman and Laura would absolutely beat the robot.
You can't. Okay, bring in avocados tomorrow.
No,
see if you can do it. See if you can
I
cut
have
corn,
one
peel, and
avocado.
avocado. See if you can cut corn,
I
peel
don't
it in
do that
26
in
seconds.
26
You can't do that in
seconds?
26 seconds.
Laura, we just did this.
We did it.
Cut, core, and peel?
Yeah, it takes 10 seconds at the tops.
No.
To do it?
It's hard.
To completely peel
To
the
compete-
avocado.
to peel an
think about-
avocado.
You want it to be completely round so it's just sitting there?
You
No.
want it to. You want to peel it. The machine peels it.
Okay.
How long would
Get-
it take
get
you
your
to
microphone
peel?
on.
an
You
avocado?
literally go like this with the knife. It takes like 5 seconds.
Okay.
You pull
Bring
it
in
apart.
2
Boom.
avocados
And
tomorrow,
then-
and we'll
I'll
test
time
you.
I have one at home. I'll bring that one. If you have one,
I
great.
don't have one, but
Yeah,
So
no,
I'll bring
bring-
mine in tomorrow. I'm
Yeah, bring the avocado.
I don't know why you're hitting these weird buttons all the time.
Seriously.
I know. I'm loose on the buttons today.
It takes
Very.
2 seconds. This is not
Focus.
something you need a
I'm
machine
not-
for.
I'm not
It's
focused.
a waste of money.
Yeah.
Focus.
All right.
By the way, Mexican Independence Day is today.
Oh,
Just
that's
wanted to
right.
throw it out there.
There you go. Happy Mexican Independence Day. How is that usually celebrated, Lauren?
Like a lot of tequila and some guacamole.
Very nice.
Not really, but that's how I do it.
All right. So
I
Ireland.
think there's some Cooper Cup news that just came out.
Okay.
Told in my ear they're Cooper breaking. What is it?
Who told you in your ear?
Probably
Chef-
Parker.
Oh, here it is. Rams head coach from Adam Schefter, Sean McVay, said Cooper Kupp is expected to miss an extended period of time and is candidate for injured reserve.
Yeah, that is that's the death blow. Because now you don't have Puka Nacua or Cooper Kupp, and I don't know how you beat the Niners without one of them. I mean, is it impossible? No.
No, it's not impossible,
So-
John. It's not impossible.
You're being really optimistic.
Of
I love
course
it.
I am. I do. Look, I am with this team 100. It was a. I was going to say something that I won't say, but it was a terrible day. It was an absolutely terrible day. But I would argue that Kyler Murray would have lit anybody up given the way he was playing yesterday. Now, Niners really, really
Mace,
tough.
if that's
match.
true, just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
why didn't he light up Buffalo in the second
No, I'm
half?
saying the way he played yesterday.
Right.
Some day it's your day. Some
Right.
days it's
but
your
I
day.
would argue that Buffalo played a lot better defense than the Rams did.
Yeah, but I would also say that Kyler Murray did not play as well against Buffalo as he did against the Rams. You're going to, I guess you can chalk that up to defense. I would just
You know
argue.
who played really well yesterday, even though he lost, was Brock Purdy. He threw, I think, for the second most yards he's ever thrown for.
Oh,
in
is
a
that
game,
right?
Like
Yeah.
380 yards.
Yeah.
But they lost.
I'm not going to sail. Again, this is official now that Sean McVay says Cooper Kupp could miss an extended period of time. My God.
That's what Schefter just said.
No, I'm
Sedano says
Schefter-
he's betting on Laura and Greg that they'll be able to, what is it, cut, peel, and
core.
Have you ever done this before?
Cut, peel, and core? Yeah, I'm a big cut, peel, and core guy.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I don't even know what it is, but I don't think you could do one of those
I don't
things
think
in less
26
than 26
26 seconds.
Me?
No.
Okay,
All you got to do is
no, I
just
think
cut.
we
just
both
did
can
it.
do it. Yeah.
All
Okay.
you're
Just
going to
did
do is cut and squeeze. That's not the same thing.
Yes, it
No, it is
You
not
get
the same.
no
whole
peeling
thing out.
involved.
They're
You don't
peeling.
need to peel it.
That-
No, he's
that's what the
saying
machine
cut,
does.
Peel and core.
You've
You don't
gotta
need
cut,
to
peel it.
peel. You don't. You can by squeezing
You're
it.
attacking
it peels.
the premise.
No,
No,
it's not
we're
attacking
not.
the premise.
The
We get
premise is cut,
You
peel,
get the
and
same
core.
thing. You get the same thing.
Work smarter,
minute.
not harder.
The machine peels the avocado,
You're,
right?
you're really focusing on this
And you
peeling
don't-
portion. You don't
It's
need
tou-
to
'cause
peel
that's
an
the tough part.
avocado. You don't need to peel an avocado.
It does.
But why wouldn't
You
I know what you're
can't.
saying.
Oh, for God's
Because you
sake.
don't need to. It's a worthless contraption.
Yeah.
Let me
I-
pay
Thank you.
$10,000.
Sedano knows.
Yeah.
Sedano knows.
This is
Sedano
all a
gets
big
it.
distraction from the point, from the
Yes,
fact that Cooper Kupp
It really is.
could be
Sedano
out for an
also said
extended
his
period of
wife
time.
does it every day. Yeah.
in 26 seconds.
I'm sure probably in less.
And less.
Kelly can cut, peel, and core in 26 seconds.
Probably less. My money's on Miss Sedano. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe
totally
the machine's
with
not impressive.
Kelly
I don't
on
know.
this.
I don't friggin' know. Cooper Kupp gone.
So
for an
Cooper Kupp's
extended
gone
period of
now.
time.
Yeah, I just
John
think
Johnson gone.
Well, yeah, John Johnson and Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua all out now for extended. Steve
Let's
Avila
go,
out
Tyler
for
Johnson.
extended.
Let's go. Let's go,
Still
Tyler
Rams
Johnson.
house, Mason.
Jordan Whittington. Let's roll.
Mm.
Damn, I'm going to be there on Sunday. I
With-
hate when
You'll
the
be
Niners
good. You'll
play.
be
I
good.
hate when the Niners
Well,
play
you know
the
what you
Rams.
could do?
What?
Sell your tickets to Niners
No.
fans and clean them out.
No.
'Cause
No.
they all pay top dollar.
What's the point
No.
of buying season tickets if you're going to turn around and sell them
Because you don't
afterwards?
have Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, you might
Still-
get boat raced.
Still, it's the experience of going to a game.
Will you have a
being
good
at a game.
experience if the Rams lose 31 to
Sure,
10?
I absolutely. I got good food there. I got a good seat. I got an excellent seat.
Okay.
And I get to
Many
see a
would
football
question
game.
your good food statement, but the seat, I
No,
believe.
good food. I mean, Ireland. I don't need to tell you. I got a little special spot for food.
There you go.
Ooh.
And the shrimp
Nice.
are delicious, whether the team wins or not.
You know who sells their tickets? Who has Rams season tickets and sells them top dollar?
Who?
I'm gonna put her on blast. I'm just gonna do it
Do
because
it.
she should have game.
Do it.
Should have went to the game on Sunday.
Janice has Rams season tickets and didn't use them.
She doesn't.
Oh
use
well,
them.
no,
there
it's
hasn't
this
been a home
coming
game
Sunday.
yet.
They
She's
were in
not
Arizona.
No. This Sunday she already sold them for
Oh,
top
she
money.
sold them for this
oh,
week?
Yeah.
Oh, come
and
on.
she
Well, I
don't
would
care
think
who
the
she sells
Niner
them
fans
to.
will pay a lot. My
Yeah.
Niner fans and Cowboy fans, you can kind of take to the cleaners.
Screw the Niner
Raider fans.
If I have to hear bang, bang, I'm going to be real pissed off. All right, coming up next for you, the thing in your career that you most regret or would like a do-over on. We'll do it coming up next. If you're just tuning in, Cooper Kupp may be gone for an extended period of time. 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Calling all tradespeople, maintenance, and facilities pros. DeWalt is hooking up you and a teammate with 2 tickets to the Rams home opener versus the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday the 22nd, plus a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. Just snap a pic of you and your team working hard on the job site and post it on @ESPN Los Angeles Facebook and Instagram with hashtag #MyDeWaltToughTeam. One lucky fan will score 2 tickets to the Rams vs 49ers and a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
Car buying experience the best it can be, and with lower interest rates and higher inventories, you are now firmly in the driver's seat. To find the dealership near you, visit unstoppablegroup.com for details.
Unstoppable Automotive Group, building relationships one guest at a time.
Get ready for the all-new Athleta Presents Gold Over America Tour. Join Simone Biles and America's best gymnasts for a night of action-packed gymnastics. Friday, September 20th at Crypto.com Arena. Fun for the whole family. You and your kids will love this high-energy spectacle. Music, lights, breathtaking flips, and Gold Squad dancers. Let's GOAT! Friday, September 20th at Crypto.com Arena. Tickets on sale now at goldoverAmericaTour.com.
Calling all tradespeople, maintenance, and facilities pros. DeWalt is hooking up you and a teammate with 2 tickets to the Rams home opener versus the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday the 22nd, plus a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. Just snap a pic of you and your team working hard on the job site and post it on @ESPN Los Angeles Facebook and Instagram with hashtag #MyDeWaltToughTeam. One lucky fan will score 2 tickets to the Rams vs 49ers and a new DeWalt Tough System 2.0 DXL workstation. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
We're getting crushed out here. What's going on with you, Nick? You used to be the unstoppable king of flag football.
I'm feeling my age. At 40, I feel like I can't keep up anymore.
Is it lower testosterone?
Lower T?
Yeah. When you turn 40, you have less testosterone. It's harder to stay lean and get the same results you used to get. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I know Nugenix. It really gives you an edge.
No question. At work, the gym, the bedroom, Nugenix turned back the clocks. Now I've got the same energy that I did in my 20s.
I want to try Nugenix.
All right, time out. Guys, go text Nugenix and get yourselves a complimentary bottle to try.
Text AREA to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon. Don't forget Monday Night Football, 3 o'clock with Sedano and Cappy at Commerce Casino. Now this week, so there's not another Sedano blowout, we're going to broadcast live in the casino, right in front of the tent. So you can come out and watch the show. Great giveaways, great food, great drink specials. You can get a Sedano sling. I plan to drink a few Sedano slings today. That's this afternoon, Commerce Casino with Sedano and Cap broadcasting live from Monday Night Football. Right now, though, more of the fellas. Mason and Ireland on Monster Monday afternoon right now.
Panda!
I just need something to cheer me up.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mace. I'm with
This
you.
is like...
It's a good joke.
I want to... It's almost like there should be... Is it called a funeral dirge? Dun, 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 dun. You know what I'm talking about?
Funeral procession. Right?
That's funeral dirge.
Dirge?
Dirge. D-I-R-G.
Dirge.
The guys just posted the Cooper Cup picture with like Adele, and I'm like, God, I'm so depressed again. So sad.
Yeah, it's too early for that.
It's a funeral march.
Yeah, it's too early for that.
No, the
Let's not
Adele
go
is
there
better.
yet.
This is too sad.
Let's not go there yet.
I'm not there yet.
Listen, Sunday.
If we die, we die.
Let's go, Rams.
You're probably gonna die.
Shock the world. Shock the world. All right, so Ireland, you came up with this clip, which is interesting, and it leads to the question of what you would do over if you had a chance to in your career.
If I gave you a professional do-over in your life, like personal do-overs, everybody has one.
Sure.
Professional do-overs, most people do. Kirk Herbstreit has an interesting one. He, in 2007, got a phone call from someone who said, it was a coach that Kirk knew and trusted.
Yep.
He said, I'm leaving my current job to go be a coach with Les Miles at Michigan. And Herbstreit said, Les Miles is a coach at LSU. He's not going to Michigan. He goes, that's what I'm calling to tell you. He is going to Michigan, and I'm going with him. So Herbstreit ran with that. And listen to what he says about that now.
I would never do that again. Like, I don't break stories. I'm not interested in stories. I get told so much stuff I never talk about. I like to stay in that lane. And I learned a very valuable lesson that to never, someone calls me and says something, I'll maybe give it to a Pete Thamel or some reporter. I'm not saying about anything ever again when it comes to breaking stories. I didn't even look for that story. It came to me, but I made the mistake of talking about it publicly.
Wow. That's rough.
So he will not be breaking stories anytime. What is your biggest professional regret?
So when I was at the Olympics in 2016, I was going to interview the U.S. women won the gold medal in basketball.
Okay. Again.
And I was interviewing two groups of players and they told me, you're going to have Diana Taurasi with Brittany Griner and Sue Bird.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I wrote down the names. And then you're going to have Maya Moore, Brianna Stewart, and Tamika Catchings. So I write
Big
down the
names
names.
all the way across.
Yeah, big names. So it's in the middle of the gold medal soccer game. And it's down to PKs. Neymar won that on PKs. So I'm the three of the players come into the studio. I'm watching that. And
You mixed up the list?
I mixed up the list. I called Diana Taurasi, Brittany Griner, and Sue Bird. I called them Maya Moore, Brianna Stewart, and Tamika Catchings. And I turned and I looked at them. I was like, oh, my God, I screwed this up. And they thought they were getting punked. I was like, I am so friggin' sorry. I was watching the soccer game, didn't notice who had come in. I apologize. But it was an awful, awful feeling.
I've had...
By the way, I think that's the worst moment of my whole career. I never felt worse than I did after that.
I've had many, many, like, things I wish I could take back.
Sure.
You know, that because we work without a net.
Yep.
You know, like every day on live TV. And I've often thought about, do you remember we interviewed an LA Times sports writer who had transitioned.
Yes, I do.
He was a man, then became a woman.
Yes.
And I thought we handled it great, and I thought we did a good job of letting her tell her story.
Letting her tell her story, yeah.
And I thought we provided a soft landing. We even took calls that day. We screened the calls really tight, and they came and did it. And shortly thereafter, that reporter took her own life.
Yep.
And looking back on it, I don't know if we did make it any better. I wonder if we made it worse. I don't think it was our fault by any means, but I've always regretted that I don't know if we made it better, or I don't know if you ever think about that, but I do a lot.
I just remember getting that news and just my heart dropping.
Right. You know, because that's such a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
And he turned to a she was trying to change it, and I didn't do it. Brian, do you have any professional regrets if I gave you a do-over?
I was trying to think about it. Nothing that could really come to my mind,
You ever
honestly.
take a job and then realize right away shouldn't have taken that job?
Not that I could think of, no.
Right. Greg, how about you?
Yeah, so when I was in Fox Sports Radio from 2002 to 2004 when I first started in the business. And I left to try to be on camera in El Segundo. There was an El Segundo station where I would go to like Candy Cane Lane and try and be in front of the camera.
Trying to be a reporter?
Try and be a reporter. And it was just the stupidest thing ever. I was bad at it. I didn't like any of it. I didn't like being in front.
Who did you do it for?
It was El Segundo. It was for El Segundo
Which would
something.
probably
El Segundo
now be
Cable?
Spectrum One. I mean,
it might be Spectrum One now.
It was a local station, so I would go interview the wrestling team coach and things like that.
Wow.
So yeah,
on El Segundo TV.
Yeah, it was El Segundo like paid programming.
The El
or
Segundo
something.
Network.
Yeah, whatever it was. I did it for probably about 6 months, and I was like, this is terrible. And then I eventually went back to Fox Sports Radio.
Right.
So if I just would have stayed, I probably
would what I wouldn't give for to see your report from Candy Cane Lane. I'm Greg Bergman live from Candy Cane Lane for the El Segundo Network.
Yeah, whatever the network is called. I completely
Laura, how
forgot what it's
about you?
called.
Do you have a big professional regret?
So I was thinking about it. I actually got offered a job for a midday spot somewhere in the middle of the country, and I didn't take it. And I always felt like that was a regret of mine. But now looking back, I feel like best decision I ever did was not go to Ohio. So.
Is that where you were going to go?
Yeah, it was
what city?
Cincinnati.
Is that the one where they eat dogs and cats, or is that a different one?
I don't know.
That's Springfield.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. So McVay just is meeting with the media right now?
Yeah.
He just added Jonah Jackson.
Oh, no.
What?
Shoulder says he'll be out an extended period.
An extended period?
Another
Oh, this
lineman.
is just stupid now.
He said, this is from Gary Klein. Cooper Kupp ankle, John Johnson shoulder, and Jonah Jackson shoulder all will be out in extended period.
Oh, my God.
I mean, shut it down, dude. Like, it's time. It's time to just shut down.
I mean, when
for a
it
little
rains,
while.
it pours. That is brutal.
You have no Cooper Kupp, no Puka Nacua.
Well, you're telling me stuff I already know.
Yeah.
I just
You're just
heard
rubbing
the.
salt
You're
in
just,
the wound.
you're
I
just
am
bringing
rubbing
it
salt.
up
This
to
is
be mean.
Basically, you have a rookie starting at center.
Correct.
No Steve Avila.
By the way, I thought Bo Limmer did a good job.
He did do a good job, actually. He did a very good job.
Warren McClendon on left tackle was just a
You're putting him back out there.
Did you guys see that story with the Packers where Matt LaFleur walked over to his quarterback, the guy?
Yeah, Malik Willis.
Yeah, and he said there was like a 3rd and 8.
Yep.
And he goes, "Why didn't you throw the ball? That guy was wide open." And he said, "Coach, our center threw up on the ball."
Have you seen the video of it?
Yeah,
it's like
disgusting.
clear as day.
It's clear.
He throws up on the ball and then he hikes it.
Yeah,
Why-
it's so.
If I'm the center, was he afraid that if he moved his head, he would get
Yes,
called
he'd get
for
called.
movement?
Yep. It was a 3rd down play, too.
Yeah, so he didn't want to move his head.
I think it was 3rd and long.
So he said Malik Willis had the ball, and he goes, "I can't throw this. There's vomit all over it."
Yep.
And he just ran for a 3-yard gain, and
God.
they had to punt. And
Unbelievable.
LaFleur said after the game, he goes, "That's a first. No one's ever told me the reason they didn't throw the ball is because the center threw up on
that
it."
is
At least you can't be upset with Malik Willis over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
But I got a tweet. Why do you keep playing the Whitney Houston song? And
Whitney Houston
the
song.
end I.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm going to play the whole joke. Here's Orlovsky.
Not a joke. All right. What type of coordination did Whitney Houston have?
What type of coordination did Whitney Houston have?
Hand
I think that's a great joke. I needed it. I need a good joke today. Anybody else? Anybody else have a joke? Want to tell one?
No,
Take my mind
this
off
is
things?
from Jordan Rodriguez. Just
Oh
so
my
you can
God,
have it
it's
all.
just going to get so much worse.
Just
Who
so
else
you can
is
have
hurt?
it. You can just have it all in one space, so you can hear it.
Yeah, okay. All
All
of
right.
them.
The Rams are now without these starters for multiple weeks. Wide receiver Cooper Kupp, wide receiver Puka Nacua, cornerback Darius Williams, left guard center Jonah Jackson, left guard center Steve Avila, backup swing tackle Joe Noteboom, safety John Johnson III, and right guard Kevin Dotson is playing through a foot injury.
Okay.
What in the world? I mean, I know football injury is part of the job, but I can never
This is
remember a team getting lit up like
Yeah,
this.
nobody's gonna feel sorry for him, but I've never seen so many injuries. Has anybody ever sustained? I'm sure
the
it's
Lakers
happened.
had this happen that one year, but that in basketball it's different. I mean, this is brutal. I mean, these are key players.
Yeah.
I mean, all the way across the board on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the offensive line. Alaric Jackson will be back this week. Now Jonah Jackson is out. You still got the rookie. You got the right side of your line. Okay, the left side of your line. You got to come up with a left guard now. I mean, it's a friggin' mess. Now here's.
You also get Jimmy Garoppolo back, so that's
Sure.
something.
If we need him, we're in big trouble.
It's
if we
over.
lose Stafford,
It's
we're
over.
done. So I think the objective for the Rams is leading. I'm going to assume that guys get better for after the bye. I'm going to make that assumption.
Okay.
They're supposed to reevaluate guys, and they've got to buy in week 6 and all that stuff. If they can steal 2 games that they're not supposed to win and go into the bye at 2-4, I think they got a shot to turn it around when those guys come back after the bye.
Love the optimism.
Well, what? Yeah, I mean I'm
just saying.
That's
I
the
love
way
it.
I roll.
You got to.
Yeah, I'm an optimistic guy.
2-4
glass
sounds
half full.
so far away.
I think this is a great opportunity for Logan Bruss. I think
the guy that you said before the season, if Logan Bruss is playing, the season's over.
it's a good opportunity for Logan. Get out there.
More Warren McClendon Jr.
Yeah.
Where's that music, Brian?
No, don't play it anymore.
Where's Adele?
Don't play it anymore.
Adele works right now.
It's electrifying.
Yeah, it is electrifying. All right, Game of Games.
It's better than the other one, Mace.
I do need this one. It's better than the funeral.
Yes,
dirge.
it is.
So, game again. It's your game today.
It is my game today.
Okay, so we will do that coming up. Here's the one where I can improvise as needed. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, I love my car. So, back last year, I met with the Southern California Hyundai dealers, and they took me through all their models, the Santa Fe and the Sonata and the Ioniq 6 and the Elantra, and I drove all of them. I decided on the Elantra because it's a hybrid, and I've never driven a hybrid before, and I'm amazed that I get 50 miles per gallon. That's, especially with gas prices, it's great. And right now, in all Hyundai cars and SUVs, you get the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Advantages include the available class-exclusive digital key and available remote smart parking assist. And because we want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, you get complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles, plus 10 years of America's best warranty. And a brand-new Hyundai, there is joy in every journey. Do like I did. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Waterboy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Waterboy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Waterboy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worry of buyers qualifying for new high-interest rate loans? Call Sellers Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They'll buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days, not weeks or months. No repairs are needed because they buy homes as is. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Sellers Advantage is the fastest and most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell your home, call Sellers Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you can watch every game, every Sunday, all in one place. Which means you can watch the Dolphins, and the Broncos, and the Lions, and the Cowboys, and the Jets. Or whoever you're rooting for, all in your living room. But not literally, of course. That would be dangerous. Watch every game, every Sunday with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Sign up at youtube.com/NFLST. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, brought to you by our friend Jacob from Ronnie. And it is John Ireland's game today. John, what you got cooking?
Okay, so USC travels to Michigan.
Oh, God, I did this game, too, for tomorrow. Go
to
ahead.
take on the Wolverines in the Big House this
Yes.
Saturday. You might do very well
I
here.
may do well here.
In honor of that, I have a game in which all the answers are one of three things. USC, Michigan, or neither.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the game. USC, Michigan, or neither.
Okay.
Here we go. Brian, coming to you first. James Earl Jones, Google co-founder Larry Page, and actress Lucy Liu are among the famous who attended this school. Is it USC, Michigan, or neither?
Michigan.
Okay, great.
USC.
Laura.
SC.
Mace.
I'm going to also try SC.
Brian gets it. Michigan is the answer.
Michigan.
James Earl Jones went to Michigan. So did Larry Page. So did Lucy Liu. So Brian's got a 1-zip lead. All right. Greg, to you now. When this school was founded in 1880, the university employed 10 faculty members and welcomed a class of 53 students. Tuition the first year was $15 per semester.
Wow.
Is it USC, Michigan, or neither?
USC's private, so that's probably not it. I'm going to say neither.
Okay. Laura.
Michigan.
Mace.
I'm going to go Michigan.
Brian.
I'm going to go neither as well.
It's USC.
Oh, we all missed it.
Really?
We all missed it. Okay, Laura, this one coming to you.
Okay.
This school has the winningest college football program of all time. It's the only school with over 1,000 career wins. Is it USC, Michigan, or neither?
Neither.
Mace.
Michigan.
Brian.
Michigan.
Greg.
Neither.
It's Michigan.
Yeah.
And Brian is up 2-1. Yeah, Michigan is the only school in the country that has more than 1,000 wins. Okay, so Brian has 2, Mace has 1, Greg and Laura yet to scratch. Here we go. Back to Brian. This school has been in the AP poll for the past 56 seasons, which is the longest active streak in college football. Is it USC, Michigan, or neither?
I'm going to go neither.
Okay, Greg.
So is it at one point? Doesn't matter when it
Correct.
was. Okay. This could be USC, but I'm going to say neither also.
Okay, Laura.
Neither.
Mace.
Neither.
Neither is the correct answer. You all got it. Any idea who it is? There is a team that it is, but it's not USC.
Ohio State.
Ohio State is right.
Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State's been, for 56 seasons, been ranked in the poll. Okay, next one, Greg, coming to you.
Okay.
This school has the most consensus football All-Americans of any school. Is it USC, Michigan, or neither?
USC.
Laura.
You sounded so confident there, so I'm going to go Michigan.
Mace.
You know, I'm going to go neither.
Okay, Brian.
I'm going to go Michigan.
Steve Mason has tied it up. It's Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Notre Dame has the
I
most.
guessed that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such nonsense.
So
it's actual number. It's
I
not
know.
nonsense.
It's because U.S. Notre Dame is
Brian
always
3,
overrated.
Mace 3, Greg 1, Laura 1. Here we go. I'll make Mace
nobody.
go first. All right, here we go. In 1991, this school had a player who won the Heisman Trophy. Is it USC, Michigan, or neither?
What year?
91. USC, Michigan, or neither?
USC.
Okay, Brian.
USC.
Is
Greg.
that Marinovich? I'm gonna go USC. He didn't win a Heisman. He
Laura.
was good though.
USC.
It was Desmond Howard.
Oh, I thought
it was Michigan.
I thought it was going to be Charles White.
No, it was 1991 Desmond Howard at Michigan. So none of you guys got it. Okay.
Still tied.
Still tied. All right. Brian, this one coming to you. This school has produced over 500 Olympians, more than any other university. Is it USC, Michigan, or neither?
Neither.
Mace.
USC.
Greg.
I actually know this one. USC.
Laura.
Dang, how do I need to catch up, though. I'll go Michigan.
Should have gone USC. They have more Olympians. You knew.
I
right?
knew that. They have
Yeah.
so many international swimmers that go through that program.
So
too.
Mason has the lead.
What's
there
the
are
score?
2 left.
I'm out.
Mason 4, Brian 3, Greg 2, and you're right, Laura. You have
God,
been
I'm due
eliminated.
to win one.
Okay.
I'm right here.
Don't
I'm right
screw it up.
All right, here we go, Mason.
Opposite of Mason.
This school has appeared in 55 bowl games, including 34 Rose Bowls, and has a record of 35-20. Is it USC, Michigan, or neither?
Oh, that's so tough. I am gonna go Michigan.
Okay. Brian, you're one back. USC, Michigan, or neither. This school has appeared in 55 bowl games, including 34 Rose Bowls, has a record of 35-20. USC, Michigan, or neither.
Give me SC.
Okay. Greg.
I'm going to go neither and say Wisconsin.
The answer is USC.
Oh!
Has
I'm
tied
out.
the game.
I'm out.
How did I lose that?
I thought the Rose Bowl was a little trick.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, you have been eliminated.
Well,
it
Big
is a
Ten, Pac-12
two-horse
always play each
race.
Yes.
And here's the last one.
Last one.
Brian, you have to go first. This school has had 12 season-ending number 1 rankings, more than any other team. Is it USC, Michigan, or neither?
I'll take USC.
Mace.
I am gonna go. God, I'm gonna die on this hill. Neither.
We have a winner. And that winner is Steve Mason.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Nice.
The answer is Alabama.
Yeah, that's right.
Alabama has 12 season-ending number one rankings, more than any other team. Okay, we'll do the tiebreaker just for fun. Pete Carroll was the coach at USC from 2001 through 2009. How many wins did Pete Carroll have as the head coach at USC? Closest wins, and you can go over. Mace, how many for Pete Carroll?
89.
Okay, Brian.
72.
Greg.
84.
Laura.
76.
It was Steve Mason's day. The correct answer, he was 97 and 19 at USC.
It's not bad. Especially when you figure he bounced back from a 6-6 season in year one.
And I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's not factoring in those stripped victories that we all know are crap. That
I don't think so.
I think those were like.
Did we actually have wins vacated?
Yeah,
I thought we just
a whole season full. One year.
That's right.
But I think this is games actually played without that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. All right. So Mace
Good
wins.
game. Stay
Mace
tuned.
is on the board.
Yes.
Greg, what's the totals right now?
The totals is I have 3. Brian has 2, Ireland has 2, Laura 1, DeAndre 1, and Mason.
There you
All
go.
right, so
on the
everybody's
board.
still alive.
Next week is worth 2, I believe.
Is it? Let me look
Is
at
it?
that.
No, it's only
starts
the
next
next
Tuesday.
calendar.
Next Tuesday is when it starts Tuesday.
Yep.
Okay. All right, there you have it. There's your game games. It's brought to you by Jacob and Ronnie. Everybody loves a fighter in this town. Winning matters, especially after a big accident. You want Jacob. He is the real deal. Call Jacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. Let's hit the super stager.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Sedano made it over here. He's been yelling at commerce people for the last 10 minutes.
Is he happy? Have they satisfied him?
Are you
No, I
guys
was told-
in a sweat box or is
No.
it climate controlled today?
Climate controlled, no question. I just gave Chris bleep for other stuff only because he's been running a promo all day saying that.
Technically, it was a rejoin. not
Or a
promo.
rejoin, whatever. That I gave him so much crap. So I figured, you know what? Let's keep it going. I gave him some crap for something else.
Okay, good.
But I will say, George.
And you know what? You're good at dishing it out. You are terrible at taking.
Oh no, I can take it. I can take it.
No,
all the
you
way.
don't really
Is that
roll
true?
with it.
Ooh.
You don't roll with it.
Hold on. Let's go around the room here.
Mace,
wait a
don't
second.
say
Hold on,
anything.
no, wait.
Don't say anything.
No,
Wait,
hey,
Mace, who looked like somebody
Morales.
stole.
Mace.
Mace was so sad before the show about the Rams.
Screw you.
Well, he's been sadder during the
Oh,
show.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But
right,
Mace,
it's been sad.
Morales,
Yeah.
can dish it out, can't take it. Yes or no?
I vote yes.
But
Jo-
their
John,
show is
hold
a
on.
tribute to giving it.
John?
I would say Chris is reluctant to take grief as much as he dishes out.
Okay.
Thank you. Cappy? Okay, agree. Yeah. So it's.
Well, maybe if you guys were more clever, you'd come up with better bits to come at me.
Oh, here we go.
Now, wait a
Oh,
second.
boy.
Now, if you're going to ask it that way, I just want to ask one other thing. Who else here is good at taking it? Who else here is good at dishing it out, but not good at taking it?
I would say you take it.
You take it the best.
I dish it out a lot, and
You
I
take
take
it the best. There's no question.
How about my partner? How about my partner? How about my partner?
Sedano will take it, but won't forget, so he'll come back at
Oh,
you.
yeah.
He'll hold it against you.
Yeah, he's
Right. By the way,
he's
Ireland,
vindictive as hell.
Yes.
my professional regret is when I lost a friend. Though I thought I lost a friend for a little bit.
That's
right.
right.
That was rough.
That's when Mason was dead serious when he wrote that. It
Yeah,
just
I was
didn't
dead
last.
serious, and then I changed my mind.
It actually turned into one of the best bits we've ever done.
Morales, have you ever gotten the "I've lost a friend" text from Mason?
Yeah, I got it that day too.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I think
Oh, you
Sedano and
double-barreled?
Morales. Yeah, I think they both
Yeah.
lost a friend, and then they got one back,
he
which was
wanted
a great
me-
day.
He wanted me to go in and turn his mic off. I said, I at that point, I really was not at a place where
You asked him to
I
turn
couldn't do
my
that.
You know what's weird? I
That's
was
amazing.
at a point where I was not taking anybody's crap, and now I'm over that. Like I would say back then, how long ago was that?
I mean, that was 2017.
I
No,
didn't,
19.
I didn't
18.
take it
No,
as well as
18.
I do now. Now I think I roll with it pretty well.
Because
That was 6 years ago.
I remember Dan Zampillo calling me saying, like, you got to go in there and stop this.
I
was like,
remember that,
I'm
yeah.
not doing this. I'm not doing this, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay in my
The
room.
best part of it all was John saying, "This is a good bit. Keep it going." And Mason says, "I don't think it's a good bit at all."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he was
And
mad. He
stormed
called me-
out of
he
the
called
room.
Me later that day and went, "Did you go on their show and say nice things about them?" And I went, "Yeah, probably." He goes, "Well, I'm not. I'm taking this seriously."
See, I hated when you called us the Petty Brothers, and then I realized, no, I actually like Petty. I think Petty's.
What do you mean?
one
The
of
Petty brothers were amazing drivers.
Yeah.
They were right.
Yeah, the Petty.
the
Bro-
STP cars.
and you know what? And the truth is, I don't mind when people are petty. I actually think it's funny.
And the best part is when you kept my voicemail like 6 months later, and
Oh,
you and
right.
I played it on the air when John was out one day.
Unfortunately, I lost that voicemail. The where you threw yourself on the grenade and said, "I'm so sorry. You're the best."
I did. I said all those
Yeah,
things.
you did
I
say
did.
stuff like that, which was nice. And then you dropped some F-bombs in there, too, which was good.
I know, and you played that on the
I
air. We
did
had to
play
dump
that.
that part.
Should I read some of your texts today about the show? Or, no, I won't.
That's not true.
Text
Go
about
ahead,
our
stir
show
the
or
pile
their
you
show?
want, because I don't have a problem, because I will show Mason and Ireland my texts.
Yeah, I mean, you can see my...
I don't think you will.
There's nothing going on here. Except me and Juan going back and forth about how bad this is going to be without the Rams, with all the injuries.
I think they have so many injuries now that it's almost impossible for them to overcome it. Every once in a while,
Yeah, I agree.
So now I had one
they're toast.
one Lakers team that everybody was super high on. That Steve Nash got traded to the Lakers.
Oh, the Dwight team, yeah.
Yeah, Dwight Howard was on that team. Pau Gasol, Metta World Peace, and they all got hurt. Yeah. And instead of winning the division, as everybody at ESPN predicted, that 41 out of 44 experts had them in the finals. They finished 7th and got swept in the first round. You can't overcome the level of injuries that the Rams have been hit with.
I don't think I've ever seen a team with this, and I'm not complaining because it
Not
happens
this quickly.
and not all at once is painful. Now, I will say that I said this before. Last year they were 3-6, got to the playoffs. If they get everybody back after the bye week, it's an early bye. If you can steal 2 before you get to the bye week, there's a chance
Those
to make
are
a
all
run. In the
such big ifs.
but last year was a big
that's
F
the problem.
too.
Yeah, but the problem is that if it starts off with if this, then that, you got problems. Look, here's where this all started.
Cappy, that's a good line.
That was pretty good.
This
Thank you.
and then that,
What did I
yeah.
say?
What show did you hear that on?
What did I say? I don't even know what I said.
You stole
So
it
if it was
from
good.
somewhere.
What did I say?
Yeah.
of course.
Are we going to play Pie Gow in the break?
100% we're
I
playing
never
Pie Gow.
understand
You've been
how
telling me for an
Pie Gow
hour
works.
I get to play
I don't know how
Pie
to
Gow.
play.
I've been waiting for our food to show
Isn't
up.
that a high
and
roller
now
game,
that it's
though?
here,
Don't you need a lot of money to win at Pie Gow?
Cap's got a lot of money. He stole from Rachel.
well, no, that's not true. I didn't steal it from her. She gave it to me.
All right.
She gifted it to me last night, as a matter of fact.
Do you
Like,
guys
here,
do
you're
you
going
guys
to
play
Commerce
poker?
Casino?
Do you play poker?
You want to play Pie Gow?
I
Yeah.
do, yes. I haven't played in a while. Remember, Mace, you played in one of the games that I played in at the in a hotel
terrible.
room.
That was terrible. This guy named Andrew
It was a
Hahn,
suite.
Took everybody to the
professional
cleaners.
poker player,
He
destroyed us.
Yeah, he was like a real poker
It was
player.
Mike
and he
Me,
kicked all our asses.
Wendy
McMenamin.
Yeah, it was, and
Gina
Andrew Hahn.
Paradiso, who used to work at ESPN,
That's
she's now
right.
an agent.
Gina's
Gina
great.
Paradiso.
Yeah.
Cap.
I remember her.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't.
I haven't played in a couple of weeks, but that's my spot to play. Do you realize that is the biggest poker room in the world? There is
I didn't know it was in the world.
In the world, and it's like documented. It's like actually the world. And my brother, who lives in Ohio, always says, "Man, you play at the Commerce. That's the biggest poker room in the world," and it is. It's famous.
Well, we are looking live at the poker room right now.
Yeah?
Our new broadcast location.
What are you,
coming
Brent
to
Musburger? We're
Yeah.
looking live.
If you
Looking
come to visit
live.
us, we are next to the gift shop entrance, and then you see the big poker room where many Mason and Ireland poker tournaments have been over the years, and here we are.
Hey, Mace, do you know what the biggest room in the world is?
Biggest room in the world? No, I have no idea.
This is the biggest poker room in the world, but the biggest room in the world. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody?
No, I don't know.
Biggest room in the world? No.
Georgie?
No, I don't know.
It's the room for improvement.
Oh, look
How
at
about
you.
that? How about that?
You were so good earlier. That was
This
kind of
is like
What do you mean? That
two
wasn't.
smart
But that was
things
like
you
Russell
said.
Wilson cornball.
That
Wasn't
was, yeah.
It was corny.
Mace, I'm looking at this Rams schedule, so this is a loss against the Niners for sure.
You know what?
But
shock the
it
world.
is. Come on, just be honest.
How are they going to shock the world?
They're going to
Be
shock
honest.
the
All right,
world.
but the
They-
Bears-
by the way,
Kyler Murray.
The Bears are
looked
not
like
good.
Patrick Mahomes yesterday.
Wait, let's do this real quick. The Bears aren't good.
yeah, the
Okay.
Bears they can beat.
The Packers are going to play with Malik Willis probably.
And they can
didn't
beat
Mason
them.
say the Bears? Mason, didn't you say the Bears were going to win the
I
division?
do think the Bears are going to win the division, but I don't mean the Rams
no
can.
chance.
Okay.
That offensive
gonna
line
hang on to
almost
that?
got Caleb
Hey,
killed.
hey,
the
I'm
last 2
telling you,
weeks.
everybody laughs at my Bears take, but I really do believe Caleb Williams is going to figure it out and quickly, and the Bears are going to go on a run.
But they
in
can't
like 2
protect him.
years.
Mason, you know when they show those pictures of the presidents and how badly they've aged over the course of their term?
Yes.
That's what Caleb looked like
With
last
that
night.
O-line.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
does
seriously.
not. He's
Hey,
still
listen,
chipper.
Caleb
He's still
Williams-
chippy. He's got his fingernails painted. He's like rolling.
Yeah, Caleb Williams will be really good in about 3 years when the Bears fire their coach.
Yes.
Bring in a new coaching staff.
And getting a better offensive
Right.
line.
Install a new offensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he has players around him.
How
Let me
many
tell you,
years?
About 3 years.
By
I mean,
then,
Keenan
the
Allen
Rams-
is hurt already.
Yeah.
And Roma Dunze, the kid they drafted at wide receiver, is also playing with a banged-up knee.
In the meantime, let me tell you something. The Bears would be better today, and I don't mean a lot better, but like a little bit better with Justin Fields. But you see, what they did is they decided, we're going to go get Caleb Williams, and we're willing to take the regression. But you see, they didn't think they were going to.
Yeah, they thought they were going to be better.
Right? They thought we're upgrading the position.
You guys are jumping to conclusions after 2 games.
Well, it's
but go
Overreaction
ahead.
Monday.
But wait,
jump
I know it's
away.
a Monster Monday.
Oh, Monster
Wait,
Monday.
But it's not. But it's not
branding.
I think he's going to be a better player than Justin Fields in short order. But I just think that the offensive line stinks, and they already have one receiver who's hurt, a second one who's playing on one leg. Like that's not a good recipe, and they can't run the ball.
Yeah, I think
we
Caleb.
talking about the Rams?
No, you're talking. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is you're talking. Caleb Williams is a transcendent quarterback, and is still gonna. By the end of the year, we're all gonna talk about how great Caleb Williams was.
No, we're not.
Yes,
No,
we
you're
are.
not. No, we're
we
not.
absolutely
No, we're
are.
not.
I'm gonna have that conversation.
Mace. I mean, I don't want to go that far. I mean, listen, I think he's going to be great. Like at some point, but I mean, you forget like. There's not a lot of rookie quarterbacks who have played great in their first season.
C.J.
Dan
Stroud,
Marino
just last year.
is like and C.J. Stroud. Like the list is short. Ben Roethlisberger. That's kind of it.
Right. C.J. Stroud is a huge outlier last season, and let me ask you guys. Other than C.J. Stroud, you've just mentioned Marino,
Roethlisberger and Marino. That's
and by
it.
the way, and Roethlisberger was on a team that
was loaded,
like Super Bowl ready.
Yeah,
you know,
Tommy Maddox was the quarterback for him, and he got dinged up.
Wow, Tommy Maddox. All right, UCLA product. Boy, could UCLA use a guy like him now?
Well,
oh my
UCLA
God.
needs a lot.
Dude, UCLA.
That was rough.
Terrible.
Let me just say this. UCLA should make their reservation now so that when they come crawling back to what is now the new ridiculous Pac-12, which
They
is
can't.
really just an
Financially,
out west.
they can't.
Well, they can't, but they can't compete. I mean, when you're home in front of 12 people playing against Indiana, and I understand Indiana may be on the rise a little bit.
No, their coach is good,
Okay,
Kurt Cignetti.
I'll go with that. But, come on, man. I mean, to not even be competitive.
They
you know?
hired the wrong guy. He's not the guy. They had Danton Lynn right there. Go to Danton Lynn.
It's amazing how you can like make an assessment after 2 games about a guy.
I saw his press conference too.
But you can't say the same thing about Caleb. Like
cares?
You got to be patient with Caleb.
Nick Sirianni's press conference was terrible.
I just
they went to the Super Bowl.
I think Deshaun Foster's the wrong guy, and Danton Lynn is going to be a great head coach somewhere, maybe as soon as next year.
But were you talking about Danton Lynn last year when he was at UCLA, or are you talking about now because he's at USC?
Defense transformed them. John, they had a top 10 defense last year.
Yeah, and
because of him.
The best defense in the Pac-12, and he would have been good, but I don't know if USC would have let him out of that contract to go take the UCLA job, because he had already moved to USC when the UCLA job opened up.
Right, and when did the Chip Kelly stuff happen? Do we
in
remember?
January, February, maybe?
Yeah, so Lynn was probably gone, right?
Right.
Yeah, it could have been gone. I can't see exactly when he left, but in any event, I don't think Deshaun Foster's the right guy. Now, he should get a period of time there. I don't believe – I think it's malpractice to think about firing a head coach after 1 year.
They've got the kid committed at quarterback now. A lot can change, as we all know. But Nico Iamaleava's brother, younger brother, the kid at Tennessee who's really good, the freshman, his younger brother is already committed to UCLA.
Where's he at?
I think I want to say he's either a junior. He's a junior in high school.
So that means
I just
that
did the
he's gonna
math
go through
on
his junior
this,
year,
Mace.
his senior year, his freshman year, his sophomore year. So like 4 years from now.
No, he's a junior
in high school.
Right. But that's when kids tend to commit now.
You know what they should do? He should immediately.
The good ones.
He should reclassify like that.
They
that
could?
kid, dude. That kid who's a 17-year-old at Alabama, the wide receiver.
Oh my God, Ryan Williams,
Dude,
he's awesome.
That kid reclassified. I don't know how that works exactly. Like, you're a junior in high school.
Oh, Marvin Bagley did that when he was at Sierra Canyon.
Oh, he's a local kid. So I don't know exactly how it works, but do you, like, drop out of school, get your GED, and then go to Alabama? Is that how that works? Like, how do you graduate a year early when you're in high school?
That's a Beto question. He would know
college
really well.
classes before your freshman
Yeah,
year.
it could be just a really smart guy.
Could be, maybe. I'm just asking, how do you reclassify? Because if UCLA needs a quarterback and they've got a commitment from a guy who's a junior in high school now, by the time he goes through his junior year, his senior year, gets through his freshman year at UCLA, you're talking 4 years from now.
I have a friend who graduated when I was in high school. I have a friend who graduated after his sophomore year. I'm like, where the hell are you going? Say, I'm
Who's that?
going to
Doogie
college.
Howser?
Sean Cullen. Do you know?
Oh, Sean Cullen.
Did his life turn out good? Or?
I have no. By the way, I'm just googling him. I have no idea if his life turned out good,
So
bad, or indifferent.
He wasn't part of your friend
the
group?
USC
Yes.
defensive coordinator job on December 1st.
So that and Chip left in January or
February
something. February
8th.
Okay.
So I think I'm not so sure. Even looking back, and I realize what I'm saying here, I'm not so sure DeAnton Lynn doesn't do the same thing.
You think he would pass on the UCLA
Wouldn't
job?
you?
He would have been paid more.
Wouldn't you?
For a
though?
head coach? Would I have?
Wait
been,
a second.
You'd
Wait a
be
second.
head
That's
coach
not
over a
necessarily true.
Coordinator.
Why?
What do you suppose he makes it at USC
$2
as a
million.
coordinator?
He makes $2 million a
$2
year.
million.
What do you think? What do you think Deshaun Foster makes as head coach at UCLA?
$4 million.
Probably 3.
It's more than 2.
Are we all 100% sure?
I'm fairly certain.
We've done the math.
No, but
stop.
But no,
The only
Cappy,
person
here's
here
what
who
I'm
might have a
saying.
perspective might be Sedano. Might be.
Whoever took the UCLA job had to know that the first year was going to be a disaster. And I don't know if do you think Deshaun Foster ever recovers from this? Like, or is he tainted by this first year at UCLA as long as he stays?
By the way, the Deshaun Foster salary is public because it's a public school. He's getting
How much?
$3 million a year.
$3 million. All right,
Yep.
very good.
And so I don't know if
Very good.
for $1 million, if you were advising DeAnton Lynn,
Take the head coaching job.
you would tell him to take it even with,
Hell
with the
yes.
cupboard bear, knowing he was. As
Those jobs are rare, man.
But even if you know he's going to go maybe 1-11.
I don't think he would. Do you think? Wait a minute.
They have no
Last year he took a bunch of guys and turned them into a top 10 defense.
Right.
This year he took a bunch of guys at USC and have turned them into a defense that looks really, really good. I think next year he could potentially wind up as a head coach somewhere.
But UCLA has limited talent, no NIL collective at all.
Yeah, no, this is true. This is true.
It's kind of a school that doesn't really care about football. So if I'm DeAnton Lynn,
All
Cappy,
things working for them.
If I'm DeAnton Lynn and I can be the defensive coordinator at USC, which I can parlay into a head coaching job soon if I do well, or take the UCLA job when the cupboard's bare, I think I might go to USC.
Well, I mean, listen.
I don't think it's ridiculous.
No.
No, I don't think it's a ridiculous premise.
What
at all.
hey, listen. Did we not learn from Chip Kelly himself? This place is going to get destroyed. Once this team moves into this new conference, we're going to wind up losing at home to the dregs of the conference.
Yeah.
People like Indiana are going to show up and kill us, and that's what happened this weekend.
And
by
here
the way,
comes Rutgers. I mean,
there
they're going to play with those
may
guys.
have been-
Rutgers
may
pretty good,
have
man.
been
Yeah, I know.
10,000 people at the Rose Bowl.
That's sad.
In a stadium that seats 85,000, there were maybe 10,000.
Hey guys,
people.
I'm going to let you go. I've got big plans tonight.
What do you got?
I'm just going to be really sad about the Rams.
Oh,
Really?